I didn't Dremel nothing, buddy. I didn't Dremel nothing. I just fully disassembled it and started polishing it. Both slides. Yeah, for those that are wondering, that is the Gerson Influencer X. That's the slide to the Influencer X because that's the Match X ported comped slide on top of there. Also, look at that. 1, 2, 3 Glocks, 3 revolvers, 3 1911s, 3 Sig 22. Wait, no, that's just 1229. Damn it, I thought we were going to go by the threes, just like when we lose famous people. How you Mo's going? Mo's going? Most good? Mostly good? Mostly bad? We're a little bit tilted. It's fine. How you doing? You doing good? I may have like stuff on my face. I was going down on a die grinder. I was actually sanding by hand those. Joe asked to borrow the Dremel, saying, no, motherfucker, I got my own Dremel. Sorry, I'm in a minute in and I'm already cussing. Sorry. Yeah, plug in my phone, go to charge. Hey, Chanson, what's up, son? How you guys doing? Mother, father, that's it. Sorry, I keep saying the other mothers. Other mothers, brothers, mothers, withers. Withers original. Is this vertical or not? Look, guys, I don't know how to YouTube, okay? It's my first YouTube video. I'm a new guy to the video thing. Hey, boss, need a Dremel? Hold on. I got you. I got you, fam. Don't think I don't know how to use the Dremel. I was born to play the Dremel. Also, I had fries. Anyway. In case anybody was wondering, gunsmithing is not available at Wind City. Gunsmithing is 100% available at Wind City. The success rate of those practices are what's in question. Number one, I'd like to see you you probably can because you're a gun guy, but I'd like to see some nerd guy freaking sit and disassemble their own 1911s. Just trying to keep my crotch out of this shot. Is everything up there? Yeah. I'm blocking my own YouTube play button, so that's smart. I wonder if he's got a play button. He does, but it's hiding. Drinking some Gatorade Zero tonight. Got to keep flow-drated. Hey, kids. Thank you guys, by the way. I'm a mechanic. I can figure out most things. Oh, yeah. That's exactly the same, Jackson. Hey, Mouse. So, anyway, chasing springs is where I get annoyed. Oh, then don't take apart a 1911, dude. Spring, sprunk. Said hi. Jesus, don't play that. Next time I swing by, I'll drop off a poly lower for double undercut. Dude, I can do anything you need me to do anytime, anyway, anyhow. I've got a Dremel and 0 fricks. It's like you guys are trying to make me cuss. Anyways, how you guys doing? Dude, I have a fever. This COVID sucks, but hey, man, keep it there. It's in California. I hope you survive, but do me a favor and drop the population out there by about 80%. We'll be good. And to all of you in California that took offense to that, you pay $14 for lattes, you weirdos. He's insulting people already. Let's get in there. But yeah, if my eyes look a little wonky, it's because I've been sitting here since 4 o'clock hand polishing that slide, and the thingamajigger. So I had my buddy, this is the barrel out of the Influencer. I had my buddy sandblast all the steel parts from both guns because I'm taking them over to Taylor's & Company, believe it or not, Taylor's & Company, and I'm having them do a hot bluing to all the steel parts, and then I'm going to put the reason I'm doing a high polish on the sides of the slide and the lower part of the frame and that slide is because I want it to have like that Colt, really nice polished Colt look. What do we have here? We have an idiot who likes talking on the internet. Idiot internet. Love out of Cali if you don't like it. He's got a Dremel and a Bilbo. Gonna make you smile one way or the other. Dude, my dildos hurt. At least that's what I've been told.
KK sounds good. As soon as I'm able to leave the house, we'll visit local coffee shops and farmer markets. Maskless. Do it, bro. Oh, sweet, high polished bluing, going to look amazing. Yeah, and Taylor's and Company's the company doing it, and they do pretty good finishes, so hopefully it comes out well. You're our favorite idiot, though. Thank you. I'm so happy I'm wub. Shot your legs by accident 4 months ago. Well, at least it was an accident, son. Don't do that. Stop doing that. All of you that helped me get over 180,000, thank you guys so much, because you've actually helped me get some things processing and going and moving and things. So we got some cool stuff coming up on the channel here in the next few weeks. Absolutely. I certainly hope you don't do it again, son. Mouse, check out Palmetto State Armory. They've got Tokarevs that are CNR eligible. Get that 43X moss cut. That 43X is moss cut, and it's pink. So it's perfect for you. I missed Monday. F-250 wheel studs on the deadly side of the freeway. Why were you on the deadly side of the freeway? It's an F-250. Put that son of a bitch in 4x4. Drive it across the road. Yeah, that's right, baby. Love it. It's all right. What's up, Sajad? Okay, thank you. We'll check it out. Yeah, dude, check it out. I saw it, and they're pretty damn cheap. It's like $240, $250. Me too, Mark. Ever get checked? What? I caught crabs from my sister. Watch review on YouTube. His opinion that the M&P 40 was better than a Glock. The M&P or the map from Rock Island? Which one? Don't worry about the scraping and grinding you hear. It's natural. Oh, yeah, pretty much, dude. Just think about what I'm going to do to your Desert Eagle. I'm going to do some dirty things to that gun. I'm going to short stroke your piston. I'm going to lube up your bolt. I'm going to leave you locked in the open position all night long so you can't close it. And then I'm going to play with your gun. Nothing beats a Glock except maybe a SIG. Nothing bets a Glock, sorry. Everything beats a Glock. Mark, you should have been in your sister's personal space, literally. Just don't sit. M&P 40? Yeah, I'd say an M&P 40 is better than a Glock. That's sus, and that sucks to be you. How much would it cost for that little gun the color of gold? Well, I can't give like prices for firearms I have behind me, but if you go to my website, WinCityArmory.com, it's up there. Dude, they're only $250. That's what I was saying, dude. And they're CNR eligible. Russian roulette, yeah, you can maybe bet whether or not your mom likes this. Dude, my eyes are shot right now because literally I've been this close to the slide sitting there trying to find every scratch. Because the problem with hot bluing is it's not a coating. So even if I polish it out with 800 to 1,000 grit, because you need some bite for color and stuff to hold on to, bluing is going to show every scratch that I leave. Thank you. You're welcome, Mr. Mouse. I figured with your CNR addiction and you were looking at a Tokarev when we were at the PA gun show. If it's CNR eligible, that's cool for you. Double tap the screen. Pip, pip. Chibia. Do you guys like the one take video at the range with the two Gersons? It took me one try because I did it all as a one take because that's how one takes work. Also, guess who reached out to me? You'll never guess. Nope, not them. Try again. I can't tell you yet until I get the stuff in here. Double dick the button. Click the button. Sorry, dude. I am so unable to read right now. And I have this thing blown. Here, I'm going to move it over to here. There you go. This screen's bigger. It's closer to Bagger. This screen's bigger. And it's closer to me. There we go. Can you guys see this? Nope. We're good. All right. Yeah, I wanted a Tokarev. There you go. The one take was awesome. I watched the whole thing. Yeah, I was happy that it worked because I was always worried something catastrophic was going to happen during the video. Like I was going to blow my own hand off or something. The single stack worked fine. I don't know why it didn't eject the one round and then the rest of it, but the rest of it, I mean, the gun seems to run fine. So I'm happy with that. And since I have it fully gutted, I'm going to swap out some parts in it. Make sure you guys like the videos. Yay! My mod's doing the job, man. You're doing more than your job. You're doing like my job because I'm a lazy fork. I'm a lazy gangster, short and stout. What do you know if this is about? I have two screens, but one is way farther away. The range looks amazing. I wish I had a range like that here. Yeah, so that is Middletown Training. It's linked down in the description of that video. If you guys do live in the Northern Virginia area, you're looking for a place to go, that's going to be the place to go. Also, they set up an entire another part to the range that is going to be for USPCA, USSPA, USP, or PDA or whatever, IDPDA practice and stuff, so that's going to be good. Would you sacrifice your eternity fan base for 20 more years of prime LeBron? Fuck no. Sorry. Heck no. Shoot no. I wouldn't even sacrifice my own people for 20 years of me. What is going on, Mr. Computer? There we go. Must go larger. There we go. Oh, man. I did not realize how bad my eyes were. Sorry. If you're a fork, who's the little spoon? I'm always the jetpack, son. LeBron is no good. Yeah, he's over the hump. I can tell you right now, Tim, you can ask any versus question. If one of the options a Glock, I'm going the other way, even if it's a sharp stick or a bag of poo that's on fire. I didn't know Tokarev is so powerful. Oh yeah, it'll punch through soft body armor. 7.62 by 25. It's kind of like 5.7 by 28. It's kind of like the idea behind 5.7 to 20 by 28 because 7.62 by 25 is older. It's cooking like nearly 2,000 feet per second, and it's a tiny round. What's your thoughts on 2 and 1s and 2 is 1 and 1 is none? I don't know what that means. Does that mean I get a handy? Can I borrow a gun? Sure. Just come over to my house unannounced in the middle of the night. Just knock in a window, and we'll see how well it goes. It was completely off my radar. Well, yeah, and I think they have a bundle on ammo too. You're not gonna like the results though, my buddy 308 in Christ. Random question for you. To be silly, what crayon tastes the best? I like the purple ones. You are obviously a Marine. I am an Army brat. We were not taught to eat crayons. We were taught to eat the expired MREs so that the government didn't realize they were wasting money. So I like the spaghetti with the Hershey bar. Like you need a backup of your EDC. Oh, it makes sense if they're less expensive. I mean, like, I don't know if I could justify having $10,000 worth of Nighthawks just to have a copy of my backup. I'll break in the front left so you know it's me. Ha! That'll learn you. None of my doors go to the left. Hello from the West Bank of New Orleans. Ah, it's a right bank on strike again. Am I going onto the range? No, I went on Tuesday, son. We would start to snort them instead. Yeah, because they take longer to dissolve in your nasal cavity, and they block against sarin gas. Proven fact. I was looking at the Walter PDP, but you have to use an optic plate, so nah. A lot of guns need the optic plate. In fact, I'm actually going to wind up with an optic plate for the Gersons because they're RMSC, and there is an adapter plate to go from RMSC to RMR, so... Do I know anything about the 460 Magnum? I own one, but I haven't shot it yet. So the 460 Magnum is typically sold under the X frame, which is what Smith & Wesson also uses for the 500 Smith & Wesson. So they're pretty big guns. I've got the 8 3/4, and I know the 460 revolver can shoot any 45 rim cartridge. So that's cool. I like how the Tokarev has Chinese star in the grips. Yep, because they're dead copies. What is this said hi bullshit, man? Are you guys TikToking on YouTube? You realize that with the tariffs that Dump has put on China, China is going to find some way to tariff the shite out of all of you creators that are on TikTok. Creators. I can lip sync. I'm thinking more one to use, one for spare parts. Oh, I wouldn't do that with the Nighthawk. I don't think I'd ever call a Nighthawk spare parts, but I get it. Hello, what totally won't kidnap me if I told you my location? I would not kidnap you, Victor. I would come out, hang out with you, and buy you a churro. Jimbo, Jinx, love the guns. Thank you. I only have a grenade launcher up there today. Normally I had the AK up there, but I had more pistolas to put up there. Also, I'm waiting for somebody to ask the question. Do you got a Glock? Although I didn't put up my... Ow! You know, when you get a shrapnel metal piece from sanding and it goes into your pant? Now it's in my thigh. Well, everybody mark your calendar. This is the day I got tetanus and died. Again. Do I have a red button? That's 50 millions. I also have a do not touch. You got that sniper. You got to put you got that sniper. But I like the bro. The bro help. Wait, did you say 460 marker? 460 Magnum can shoot any. It can do 45 rimmed cartridge. So technically, it can fire 45 long Colt. If you put a 410 in a rifled barrel, though, I don't know what that's going to do to the barrel. So I mean, technically, yeah, you could put it in there. But yeah, so it'll shoot 45 long Colt, 45 auto rim. 454 Casull, 455 Webley, I'm 90% sure, and 460 Smith & Wesson. 1,000 and under full-size gun you would run USPCA with. I would probably say at $1,000 for under Canic Rival S steel. Where else can you in-out it? What? Loser POV. Well, you're watching me. So that makes you the loser. You realize that, right, son? That you just typed that because you failed basic understanding of positional references? Oh, and you're being racist. Awesome, son. Enjoy this, huh? I love that part. We could have gone back and forth, but if you're going to be racist, oh, yeah, let's just go ahead and get rid of you, buddy. Racism is not tolerated. So that's the one point you guys don't get. Do I have an LTA, ITA Max? I don't know what that is. Is a Canic TTI Combat a good starter pistol? No, because it's a pistol that's about $300 too expensive. If you want a Canic TTI as a starter pistol, number one, it's not a TTI Combat. It's just a Canic TTI. It's built on the Meta SFT Pro, which is not technically a combat. They just call it a combat. I don't even think it's called a Combat Master, but it's just it's nothing but a ripoff. It's the Walmart version of a Terran Tactical gun, because Terran Tactical doesn't build those. No company he's involved with touches those guns. They're all built by Canic. Is that pistol stripped to the bones? Yep, that is my Gerson Influencer X and the top off of my Match X. If you look up there, you'll see the slide from the Influencer X. I'm getting them hot blued at Taylor's and Company, who does all the high-end reproduction guns. And yeah, so I'm going to take a comp style gun and make it more like a high-end Colt gun. So it's going to have high polished sides on it with the dull top and sides. But I got to spend like another 5 hours sanding out the scratches. Hello. Are they real? Yes, my boobs are real because nobody wants to pay for the fake ones. I've been asking for a year. Did you get that Heritage Barkeep and the longer one in? Yep. So I got the Barkeep up there and the longer one, and I've got two other ones as well. So I've got a standard size too. I've got the one that's up there is the regular one. I've also got one with the 22 long rifle, 22 Magnum cylinder. Nice party favors. Hell of a party, redneck, but yeah. What's your favorite gun? 1911s. Cannot wait to see the Gersons when they finish. Yeah, me neither, because I just took them apart on instinct. I called my buddies over at Taylor's. I'm like, hey, my buddy John, who runs Appalachian Gunworks, he told me you guys do hot bluing. They're like, yep. I was going to send the guns to Skip's Guns in Virginia or West Virginia, but I'd rather do them hot bluing because it's hard to polish out like PVD. Have you shot the stainless Para 1445 on the left? That one is actually a 1345. The 1445 has a full 5-inch top on it and a full-size grip. That's a shortened grip with a 4.25. It's actually a 4.4-inch slide on it, but yeah, it shoots great. Oh, your birthday is tomorrow. Happy birthday, Harley. How old are you going to be? I need to order the 22 Magnum cylinder for mine. Yeah, I mean, it's $29 shipped to your door. What do I think about high points? Now, this is a bit of a weird take. I don't mind high points because high points don't say that they're anything better than what they are. I'm actually really considering getting a high point yeet cannon as the shotgun. Yes, I do have lever action rifles. Six Semper Tyrannis, my fellow rebel Virginia flaggers. Well, stay cool, motherfather. Hi, Skyler. All right, I gotta Google this shit because all you people keep on typing that shit when you come in. Why do chatters type said hi? So, typing said hi in chat is a common way for people to convey that someone else greeted them, particularly when relaying a message or reporting an interaction to a third party. Here's a breakdown in hi and why it's used. Common way to convey a greeting, especially when relaying a message. Relaying a greeting, reporting an interaction, adding detail to a narrative. Said hi versus says hi. Really, we've gotten to that point on the internet where leet speak has gotten very complicated. Wow. You guys are all nerds. I mean, I approve of it, but you just need to accept that you're all nerds. Make sure you guys like the video. Yep. Can define the difference between duty, race, and concealed carry guns. Well, some guns blur the line. Like a staccato is technically a race gun, but because they market it as a duty gun, it's a duty gun. I called it the race gun when they first came out, and holy crap, did the staccato like nutsuckers get on the chat and go, it's not a race gun, it's a duty weapon. No, it's a freaking race gun that's made cheaper and not as reliable as an actual race gun, or not as durable as a real race gun. So, but yeah, a race gun should typically be dedicated towards just competition shooting. Duty gun can be like a Glock, where it can be a duty, off duty, whatever, home defense gun, and carry gun is whatever you're carrying concealed. There's some new weird feature that has that you click and it does a say hi. Tell people all the time a gun will treat you like you treat it, no matter the type. Pretty much. That's a nice gun collection. That's actually not a collection. That is my inventory. So if you're on WinCityArmory.com, check it out. I'm just a simple POS trying to trigger sensitive people. I gotcha. We're all hanging out with you. I think we passed the nerd and are approaching loser. Hey, you know what? If you're losers, I'll deal with you. What do you mean race gun? Well, some of them are stainless, some of them are black, some of them are yellow, so you just got to be careful. Hello, Liam. Did you see the stock market made a recovery? No, I didn't. I'm literally hiding from the stock market. I have a little bit, but nothing that matters. I own Ford stock, so Glock can do it all. Oh, yeah? Write me a sonata, bitches. Come on, you're embarrassing me in front of the chat. This guy said you can do all of it, man. Fine, one of you go make me a frittata and one of you go find me a dog. Really? You're going to let me sit here and be an idiot, huh? I tried, man. You're wrong. Want to try the high point 10 mil? Seems like a good high point to try and great content. Yeah, they are fun. Yes, Liam, go to your room. If you don't mind me asking, what type of gun is that? Second in from the left, second one down. So, second in from the left, second one down. That's technically a Glock. It's a Glock Rose Gold Glock. Hey, the Walter PPQ is a good gun. Yeah, sure. It's 40 cal, but yeah. I just did it. You just didn't see it because it was too fast. Okay, Zaleo. Zaleo. Anyone feels figure, just to feel frog ammo and put them back in their pad. Lols. Yeah. All them guns, and you probably a punk when it comes to conferences. Yes, I don't like to go to conferences because the tables are very long and there's too much concealment and cover if we do get into a shootout. So Lee, 4 out of 10 on trying to make a funny joke. 0 out of 10 for actually being able to use any sort of education to type that shit right and get your joke across. So what you need to do now, Lee, is take the L, go home, and get the D from your mommy and move on with your life. We have billboards here advertising Canic. I thought that said crack. Is Zastava a good AK brand? Yep. Ask them to rob a house. They're really good at that. What? Oh, Glocks? Nah, they're just good at robbing. Well, it depends if they're. Never mind. Hey, how's it going? What's with the gun missing the grips? That is my Gerson, and it's disassembled. There's no internal parts to it, and I'm sending it out for bluing. What's your best handgun? Whatever fits in this, man. I don't like to be opinionated when it comes to best handgun because everybody tells me that whatever gun they own is the best one. They also tell me a gun they own that isn't the gun they own is the best one. I've got a Glock, except it's a Smith & Wesson SD9. Well, just say you have an SD9. No, man, it's like a Glock. Hey, John Wick, you have Canon TP9? Not right now, personally. I can get them for you, but I don't have one right now. What AR would you recommend for a first-time owner? That's a hard one. I can't really tell you which one you should own because, well, number one, ARs are ARs, man. I can tell you what brands are reliable. You didn't say a price range or size or anything like that. So, Diamondback, Radical, FN, IWI Zion, all great AKs anywhere for or ARs, excuse me. ARs anywhere from between $500 and $1,000. Yeah, I'm not answering you, mouse. As far as a possible popular brand in your country, price determined, yes. If they cost as much as a Glock, nobody would look at them. Walther PDP Compact is GOAT. Gun out at times? Yes. Am I still eating healthy? I ate so healthy last month by going to the grocery store, preparing my own meals, and doing all that stuff that I got a free ham. I've never gotten free food at the markets. How did you do that? Blah, blah, blah. Price range 5 to 1,000 caliber, but thank you. Yeah, it kind of fits in all those ones I named, my friend Chris. It just randomly comes up. If you're getting closer to 1,000, look at like the FN 15 and the IWI Zion. I got the OG channel for the time being. Jesus, man, stop getting your shit taken down. I've been noticing a lot of different guys getting their channels taken down. I think another reason why, and don't quote me on this, but another reason why I'm probably not being targeted is because my name doesn't contain the word ammo, gun, or any sort of leet speak. So, I'm sure the algorithm is targeting channels with firearms related names. You got a whole ham for free. Yeah, it's a Smithfield ham, but yeah, I bought enough food at my local grocery store chain that I got a coupon that said, here, you get a free ham. They do that every year around Easter, though. Actually, I sold my last AR, but I can get you one. So Jason, personal choice is totally up to you. Right now, I'm carrying a 45, a 1911 and 45. But when that comes back from being done, that's a 9. I'm going to carry that for a while. So for me, it's more about the gun than it is for the caliber. I prefer a gun over a caliber. If it's a good gun that happens to shoot a 45 only, then I'm going to go with it. Hello, Diago. Dude, that's awesome. You got a free ham. Yep. I don't eat ham much, but I will eat cold ham after Thanksgiving and Easter. I just took my concealed carry class, went to schedule my appointment with the sheriff's department. They can't get me in until August. Holy crap, why not? That's a lie. Would I do AOC? Is that like OnlyFans? I might. Thoughts on Demolition Ranch shutting down? Well, he's retiring. I mean, shutting down would imply that he was doing it for financial reasons. I would put it that way. Yeah, so certain words might, dude. I've seen a lot of firearms related channels going down lately. So skips guns. Well, the problem is, yeah, censorship is hard to fight when, I mean, I'm trying to word this in a way that's not going to get me backlash from people telling me I'm wrong. So yes, I agree with you. I'm eating healthy now. Also lost 15 pounds in 2 weeks. So far so good. Will and Megan, you guys are kings. I love you. I've never eaten ham. Really? It's kind of like eating beef but saltier and not as good. What's your favorite gun? 1911s. Do you like Glocks or revolvers more? Sharp sticks. Yeah, but I'm the ammo alchemist. Yeah, you are, but you're also running into a lot of instances where you're getting your ass slapped. So the reason they can't get me until August is because of the changes to the CCW laws in Colorado. Our entire system is backed up, even background checks. See that I take umbrage with that because if state background checks are done preliminarily the same from state to state, the state police does all your CCW background checks as well as your sales background checks, but the state police also does all personal private citizen stop checks. So when somebody gets stopped on the road, the police send over their stuff. That's all done through the same system. They can't shut down 40% of their servers and not affect it all. Like here in Virginia, we had the main server go out for VSP and they weren't able to run plates for 2 days here. It was like the purge, only nobody knew it. So, who's wrong? I'm wrong? Thank you. I know I'm wrong. I'm sorry. All right, Mouse. I got a Beretta Ultima A300 last night. About to test it right now. That's a good gun, dude. You're going to be happy. Our Second Amendment says you're already legally allowed to carry. Yes, the Second Amendment does give us the right to arm and protect ourselves, and it should not be infringed upon. Unfortunately, the minute you go state to federal, federal to state, states get to trump federal, and then blah, 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 and then Congress likes to think they can step on us, so, all those laws need to go away. It's your first shotgun in 15 years? That's been about that long for me, too, but that was beer that I was shotgunning. My eyes are crossed right now. I'm so dizzy. Anywho, all you people, what's up? How come you haven't hit the like button? My name's Joe. I have a wall of guns. I'm saying stupid shit. I do stupid shit. You give me enough money, I'll put on a dress. Who knows what's going to happen? So just hit the like button. Thank you. Damn, I got fever. I'm going to take some Advil. Might be here and back again. Sorry, man. Don't worry about it, bro. I got a couple of people in here to cover your back. You've been doing really solid, but you take care of you, Mouse. What do I think about fully automatics? I've never shot one, but I mean, I'm not opposed to a fully automatic shotgun. Lol, you made me laugh twice already. Sweet. You got me to 30? Nice. What's up, Frank? How you doing? I guess I need to refresh my page. Yeah, Mouse, take care of yourself, brother. Stone will be in here soon. He's got his, oh shit, he's doing something tonight. No, he's not coming tonight. But yeah, you take care of yourself, bro. Bro hammer. See, you need more ham in your diet. So, Alexandra, thank you very much for the donation. Sorry, I just saw it. And they said that it's a YouTube option you can press. Gotcha. So now we know. Thank you, Alexandra, for the donation. Alexandra just donated and did the right thing because YouTube doesn't deserve 30% of my stuff. How many rounds are all of them? What? It's been forever. Thank you. We're at 37 now because people like hitting buttons. Thoughts on 38 specials? I'm fine with them. 38 special is very serviceable. You get some plus P ammo, and they'll definitely do you. They'll do your job. They'll do your jobs. But you said your name is Joe. To me, it's Jimmy. A lot of people, it's Jiminy. It's been that way forever. Is 9 millimeters, so 9 millimeter military surplus a plus P? Not necessarily, Todd, because NATO's spec 9 millimeter is 124 grain. That's not plus P on its own, and if it's surplus and it's training ammo, a lot of time they go with cheap shit. Your comment was for the gotcha. Back in a bit, gotta work. Hell, man. My name's Joe. Oh, didn't know that, brother. I got you covered. Thank you. Opinions on the Apollo 11 2011. I kind of want to get one. I've reached out to Live Free a few times. Their backlog for their influencer inventory. Thank God Stonehaven and McManus aren't here. I'm tired of hearing their shit about that. But yeah, so their review samples, the ones that they earmarked for sending out, they're all tied up right now. Tied up, yeah. They're all tied up and they're not ready to send me one. You have a good right, man. I get some nerve issues are acting up. Congratulations on everything. Frank, I'm doing okay tonight. I spent the last 3.5 hours hand polishing the slide and frame on my 1911. So my hands are really bad, and I was sitting here, didn't realize I was staring at the gun while I was doing it, trying to see all the scratches, and my eyes are killing me. But other than that, I'm good. Talk to you later. All right. I didn't know what buff meant. Thank you for clarifying. But yeah, so I'm going to be sending that gun out next week, I think. I'm waiting for my buddy to do the stippling on my grip for the 2011 that I have, and then I'm sending that out. So also, it's April. There is the NRA show, and I know a lot of people don't like the NRA. Fine, whatever. I'm not a big fan of them either, but I'm going down to the NRA show to network. Worst gun brand. It's a loaded question, pun intended. To me, the worst gun brand is Chiappa, followed by Glock. Chiappa because they are subpar in both the way they acquire gun companies and sell their crap at a lower price because they reduce their quality control, and Glock because their marketing department has made everybody believe their guns are good. Forge 1911 is really worth more than cast. Oh yeah, 100%, dude. My buddy sandblasted that thing. That is 100% forged for the frame and the slide, and the barrel. So Gerson is not using cast on that for sure. And sorry, T-Sauce, it's in better shape than your forging. I really don't talk about like rarest guns and stuff like that because it's, my private collection isn't really something I talk about much. I do reviews and I check out stuff, but in terms of rare, it's kind of hard to say what's really rare. What about Rock Island? Rock Island is cast, I believe, still. They might have switched over to forging, but their stuff is pretty solid casting, like they do it right. So their guns have always been pretty solid. I've never had a strategic metal part in a Rock Island break. Their hammers, I believe the slide locks, and I think the disconnectors are MIM in the Rock Islands, but overall they've been very good in terms of long-term reliability. Why do you have them? $100. I'll tell you why, Rebecca. Monkey Man comes in with the W. What's up, Monkey Man? All you people coming in, bear with me. If I have to refresh every now and then. My chat slows up for some reason every now and then. I'm getting my first gun for my birthday. I'm coming up soon. I'm looking for a cheap pistol from $1 to $350. Any suggestions? Excuse me, CZP 10 series. They're usually under $400 and they're pretty damn solid. Dale, what is going on? How you doing tonight? How do you feel about the M&P Shield Plus? I like that gun. It's got a solid grip on it because it's more capacity. It's easier to hold. I'm not a big fan of the shorter barrels, but why am I yawning? But they shoot really well. I just yawned on a live stream. I just showed you my uvula, so it's different from a vulva, which is different from a Volvo. And if you have a speech impediment, then I have a wee vulva. Give me a hot take or an unpopular opinion. Glock is crap, and I don't like them. I will never get a review sample Glock, ever, because of the way I talk about them. What would be a good gun for my wife to conceal carry in a purse? Something striker fired would be my recommendation, or a revolver that's got a shrouded hammer. I don't like to give somebody a recommendation without knowing more about them, but just I'd say go to a gun store and see what guns feel good to her in her hand. But I'd say something striker fired or with a shrouded hammer. Mountain Man made some brownies. Are they special brownies? Do I get one? Silent Spectre, you do not get a gun to disable somebody. If your goal is to shoot somebody to wound them, that's not a good way to be a self-protection gun owner. You stop the threat. If you're trying to take the time to hit them in the ankle or in the calf or some shiz like that, you might as well just put down the gun and surrender. What did the Glock do? They do nothing well. They succeeded at tricking everybody into thinking they're perfect. Number one, they use John Moses Browning short action tilting recoil system, so they aren't original with their action for their gun. Number two is their triggers aren't that good. They're fine for a carry gun, but they have reliability through mediocrity. So their guns are not well made. They have really bad gaps between the slide and the frame and the rails, so they're super loose, which is also why anybody, if you just grab a Glock like this without straightening and locking your wrist and you fire it, it will stovepipe. Well, I'm not a killer. Well, then you shouldn't own a gun. You should own something else like a burn a pepperball gun or a taser. I just stick with getting PSA instead of Glock. A PSA is just a knockoff of a Glock. That doesn't make it better. Their tolerances aren't any better. They're building a direct clone of a Glock. You just want to save yourself without hurting anyone. I get that, Silent Spectre, but sometimes you got to hurt a fool to save yourself. You know, if your life is worth enough to you, you will have to, unfortunately, force yourself to bypass the desire to not hurt somebody. Chanson, Tanfolio tomorrow. Should I upgrade the grips to some lock grips? Oh, yeah, definitely, dude. The Grandpa vibe. Yeah, change those out. Lock makes good ones, and you can get stuff on Amazon. Believe it or not, those blue ones on this Tanfolio are not lock. They're Amazon specials. I did have to mold them a little bit. Name a more reliable overall brand. Stick by Stick. I'm not saying they're not reliable. That's never been a word I've ever said. I've always said they're reliable. What I said was they are mediocre at best, but their marketing department is tricking you into believing they're good. And if you dispute that, you're probably doing it on an Apple product, which means you literally don't know the concept of quality for money. You know how the law is these days. I get it, but if you're in the right, you're in the right. See, Paul, you're part of the issue. Never did I say the gun was unreliable or wouldn't work or wouldn't save your life. In fact, I recommend it to people that only want one gun, but I don't like them. I don't have to fucking like something just because you think it's good. We can have a difference of opinions and still be people. So the fact that you're jumping to the defense of a multi-billion-dollar company that wouldn't piss on you to put you out if you were on fire makes me laugh. What were your thoughts on the bond yields increasing? I have no idea, dude. I don't follow financial stuff. I just know I have a little bit of money. I want more, and that's where people come in. What kind of scopes do you use? For my AR-15, I use a fixed SLX primary arms. 4 power, 2.5. 4 power with the ACSS reticle. Those are two great intro guns from a rock-solid brand. Okay. Don't worry, they pee on us all. Yeah, okay. I only have Apple because I've used it and it's dumb to learn and too dumb to learn a new phone. That's fine, Mountain Man. And again, this goes back into what I'm saying. If you think it's good for you, I'm not going to tell you you're wrong. You are, but I'm not going to tell you. It's like when you run into a vegan that has to tell you everything. Y'all don't realize that you guys do that shit when you get on these forums and you're talking about your favorite brands and stuff, and you starting arguments because, number one, you didn't listen to what the other person says. You just started typing because you heard X brand is bad. Apple is historically known for making mediocre products with previous generation technology and selling it at next gen prices. Ask Mouse when he comes back about when we used my Samsung S23 Ultra, which is almost 2 years old now, and the camera on my S23 Ultra is vastly superior to his 16 Pro, a brand new phone. Can I get you an HK 416? Yeah, I can, but if you want a real one, they are buku bucks, buddy. If you want one of the commercial ones that you can get, they're not worth it. If you want a real one, go to Gunbroker and Google and check how much they go for. A real 416 is going to run you about 7 to 8 grand. I like Austrian guns. There you go. I'd tell you you're right, but then we'd both be wrong, Joe. Yeah. Look, man, conversations are not competitions, but I'm winning. SR-22 by Ruger is a perfect first gun. No, not really. Not in my opinion. They're actually kind of fidgety to take apart when you want to clean them. It's true, Joe's phone camera is really nice compared to my iPhone 16 Pro. Oh, welcome back, Mouse. Welcome to Applebee's. Would you like the apples or the bees? Bees? He chose the bees! That was a Tumblr thing I read once. I 100% agree. Samsung is better. I'm just a dummy. You're all right. Can an 8-year-old have a Glock? If you're a very, very, very hateful parent, yeah. Why wouldn't you give your kid a good gun? Appreciate the advice. I had an iPhone since iPhone 4 and can argue I'm just stuck in this cult like Apple trance. And that's the way a lot of people go, dude. Oh, yeah, sure, the iPhone has great bokeh, but that's just because they're trying to hide the fact that their camera autofocus sucks. I'll just blur out the background and make you look sharp because I can only focus on one thing. Rather than being able to have 100 megapixels for the entire thing, you get one object at highest possible resolution and the rest of it gets bokeh. Ruger has good customer service. I'll back that up. I have a 243 at 12. What do you think of that? Huh? iPhone sucks the butthole of Android. Yes, iPhone does suck Android buttholes. Let's not point any fingers. I appreciate the advice. My buddy Samsung can zoom to damn near China and back. I want Samsungs now. Yeah. Dude, the camera is so good on mine that on a clear day, I can see the sun with it. Show me the guns! Don't tell me what to do. You pay me, motherfather. $10. I hate Apple phones. The only way to expand the memory is to buy cloud space. I did not know that. That's stupid. Fake moon. The sun's the fake moon? Okay. Ruger's one of the best overall brands. Changed my mind. Why would I want to change your mind? If it's your opinion, I'm going to let you have it. You're wrong, but you can have your opinion. I literally have 2 terabytes of space on my phone. Literally 2 Xboxes. Why are you doing 2 Xboxes? Why is that? You're an American, dude. What's the blue one? Nice you. The blue one, nice you? If you're talking about the one with the blue grips, that's the Tanfolio Witness. It's a CZ75 homage. It's a really nice gun. When that one phone made the pick a stock image. What? Hey, Matthew. My GP100 is my cold dead handgun. I like the GP100. It's really good. I also decided out of shits and grins to get the SP101 because that's double action only. And it just throws people off when they try to shoot it. Oh, Panda! How you doing, Panda, 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 Panda? I cut my rib. Don't clip that wrong, but I damaged the skin around my... Everything I say can be taken sexually. Anal cavity. Do you think Ruger or Smith & Wesson is better? I don't really think much of either company, to be honest with you. I like the Ruger GP100 as a revolver, and I respect like the Ruger SR 1911s, but like I don't care about their small guns at all. The Ruger PC Charger is pretty nice, and the Smith & Wesson with their FPC is not as good. The one on the plaque, oh, those are just 3D printed signs. What's the best caliber for handguns? Whatever you can currently get at a reasonable price, Jackson. And I'm not trying to be goofy when I say that. So a lot of people will say that 9 is better than 45 or 10 is better than 12 or whatever. But honestly, whatever you can shoot for a reasonable price and carry for a reasonable price. 9. Bullet technology has come a long way. So, thoughts on Heritage Rough Rider 22 single shots? They're okay. Joe out here running an OnlyFan on YouTube. Oh man, I'll show you whatever you want for the right of money. Rough Rider not rated for sustained Winchester Magnum. Okay. Do you collect your guns for the fun of it or for a reason? My personal collection guns or for personal collecting reasons? How many Uzi guns do you own? All of them. What's your opinion on pistol lights and lasers? Is there a better or best one out there? The two most like durable brands currently are Streamlight and Surefire. If you're talking about like well-known commercial stuff, Olight is fine if you're trying to stay in a budget. Just people are going to make fun of you because people think they're funny. The lights are fine. What do you mean when you say bullet tech's come a long way? Like how? Powder burn rates on powder, the way the bullets are formed and made. Like if you can find like 1960s 9mm Parabellum and you fire the same exact grain, even from the same manufacturer, new manufacturer stuff, I guarantee you the bullet is going to go faster, it's going to penetrate deeper, and it's probably going to leave a bigger permanent wound cavity due to the powder shooting the round out faster. He's chucking the Gersons again. I did not chuck them, I've just polished them down. What should I get for my first rifle or pistol? I don't like giving you like a what should I get list, man. So if somebody else in here makes you the things, I'd go with what they say. Why you have gun? Why you not type full sentence? Do you like 6-shooter? Yeah, I like 6-shooter. He's a good guy. Any review on the Taurus GC3? Yes, if you go to my channel and look back, it's actually one of my... no, actually the G2C is my highest one. But I've done G3C reviews. They're fine. Gotta run. We're calling later. Will, thank you for coming and hanging out, dude. So, do you own a gun store? Yes, I do. It's called Wind City Armory. Phil, your name is Paul. My eyes are so bad right now, dude. I can barely read. And that's the reason I can't read. It has nothing to do with my illiteracy, dyslexia. I have sex daily, or the fact that I'm dumb. I had somebody offer me a Gerson Brat the other day in 45. Are those any good? Never looked into them before. You get a full-size grip, but you get a 3-inch barrel. So you're going to have a lot of kick from that son of a bitch. Just keep that in mind. But Gerson is actually sending me the Brat to check out. So, yeah. Give it some time before you buy it. Still got the G3 Tactical? Yes, I do. How much to fix up my 6-shooter? I don't do gunsmithing. I don't do repairs. I do maintenance, and I can do like sights and stuff because I am a Glock armorer and a Smith & Wesson, whatever they call themselves. I can't remember. Dicks. So I can do light stuff, and I change your triggers, stuff like that, but I don't do rebuilds. Do you reload? I'm just starting to get into that. Need to tone down the 308 and the 10-inch barrel. I do not reload because I don't want to get addicted to it. You're going to find yourself getting addicted to it. I mean, you already started because you said you just started and you already got to tone down your 308. So you're going to be you're going to chase that perfect round, and I don't have the time for that. Yeah, the barrel looked almost too short. So typically a 3 or a 3.25-inch barrel or even a 3.5-inch barrel is considered officer size, but they have a compact grip. Like the officer single stack 1911 only holds 7 rounds, 6 rounds plus 1, so 7 rounds. So Who has a 3-inch barrel? I do, but a lot of girls don't like it that wide. You know anything about the Ruger SR40Cs? The SR lineup was actually very reliable and dependable, but they got outshadowed or outshone by Smith & Wesson M&Ps and Walther guns. They're actually very solid. Do I like the Minecraft movie? Didn't know they made one. I guess that'll answer that. Hello, Texas gal. How you doing? That's my I was never in the service, so I'm not going to salute you illegally. 3 inches plenty more than enough if you ask me. When you didn't know it was coming. What's your favorite gun on your wall? Currently, tonight, the two favorites I have on the wall tonight would be the Para Ordnance 1345, the all stainless one up there, and my Springfield Operator, but I'm selling both of them actually. I'll give you a good deal. If you buy one for the price I ask you, you can buy the other one for the same. What do I think about 3D printed guns, and do you think they're practical? No, because they're not reliable, dependable, and the polymers that you can use to print a 3D gun are not anywhere near as strong as you need them to be. What state? Usually denial and anxiety, gang, but also Virginia. Hey, who made tons of money today? I don't know. See how much you send me, and I'll tell you if you made a lot. So, full-size Glock 43. You could do a full-size Glock 43. I mean, there's 3 Glocks up there, so I'm surprised you guys aren't making fun of me for that. But they're up there because if you want to go to my website, wincityarmory.com, you can check out stuff. It's quite a deal. You betcha. It's also when I sell donuts. If you buy 6 at twice the price, you get the second 6 free. Let's compare the SR40C to the M&P 2.0 Compact. I think the M&P 2 Compact will feel a little bit better because the SR Compacts are a little bit shorter than the Compact, and they on the M&P, and they rely on the mag plate to extend you out. You will look like you eat corn the long way. Why, you fucking jealous? State of confusion. Do you like Glock? Yeah. What? Do you like Glock 43 and Glock 19 teams? What? Do they sell any bolt-action 9mm rifles? I think so. Art of the deal, you don't get rich by giving it away, Joe. I'm not asking you to give it away. I'm asking you to give it to me. So for every 50 grand you give me, I will give you one of these autographed $1 bills. This one was autographed by Stephen T. Marushin. So if you send me 50 grand, I will sell you this autographed 2017, sorry, I can't read. 2017 vintage print of George Washington. What's a good pocket carry for summer? Something light but reliable. Smith & Wesson Bodyguard 2.0. It's a very light 380. The Canik Meta MC9, Ruger LCR X revolver. Those are actually really damn solid. Only 50K, dude. Can you name another slightly green portrait of George Washington signed by Stephen Marushin in 2017 with the serial numbering? And actually, this is a good serial number. It's 616068877, so it's actually got a triple and a double in it. But this one is the only one like this that's been in my possession. And if you order it right now, I will cut the corner off so that you know it was yours and send it to you with my autograph. Look. Yeah, you want to know why they're up there? Because that's my inventory for my gun store, because I don't put my personal guns up there much anymore. It was Steve. He was the treasurer. Perfect. Those are great options. Just looking for something that won't pull my shorts down. No worries, dude. How long is the hot blue going to take? Looking forward to seeing how they turn out. It should only be about a week. If I drop them off tomorrow, they'll go in the next batch, they said. But I do got to finish polishing them out when I'm done with the live stream, and I'm low on desire. But I'll get them done. I pocket carry a micro kimber. I love the little thing. Yep. You know your dollars, lol. Do you collect coins and bills? I used to for a while. I still have some silver that I stacked, and some red notes, red stars, and yeah. Tell you what, I'll give you a lead on beachfront property in Arizona for for that signed George Washington print. See, there are lakes in Arizona, a-hole, so you just said beachfront, so deal. Who doesn't like the tug biddies? The what? I love my big titties, but I'm not wearing them because they tore. Who doesn't like, do you have a gun safe? Yeah, I've got a few. I can't with Joe, cracks me up all the time. Yeah. What if you become the next biggest gun reviewer on YouTube? Not a YouTuber. At the rate all the big ones are retiring, statistically, at some point I would become the biggest one if I keep going. I've got over 2,170 videos on here. Can we see one of your Glock? Sweetie, you got to buy me dinner first. But yeah, I'll pick up and show. I'm not picking up guns. YouTube, Google, shut up. I'm going to pick up the phone and I'll visually show you some guns. The micro Kimbers are super nice, but I don't know. I hear a lot about Kimbers. Not sure if the bad rumors are true or not, although I know a lot of companies can have some bad batches here and there. Detroit, the biggest problem with Kimber, and it's the same problem that a lot of people don't understand, but PewView made a great video on it when he was talking about the 2K11. Kimber uses really good parts. They're just not put together well. So if you are capable of polishing, tuning, fixing your own guns, gunsmithing, you can make a Kimber run like a graped rape. Lotta. I was trying to say grape ape, but I was going to say raped ape, but this is YouTube, so YouTube's going to be a bunch of fucktards, so when the live ends in 5 seconds, I'll know that it didn't go well. You can clip that. I've also said a racial slur on accident. God damn it, words. Like and subscribe. The gun I hate that's made in California. Which one? So how's the reloading going on the 37 millimeter? Have any bird bombs yet? I haven't even fired the thing yet. My buddy won't let me shoot him at Middletown. I have a deadly gun in my pants if you want to handle it. Sorry, bud. If the barrel is less than 10 inches, I ain't even getting close. Can I see the tiny gun? Yep. Everybody hang on. I said the R word. I've said the rape word. I'm not afraid to say words because I'm using them in an educational and an informative sense. I'm not these dipshits that make documentaries that are afraid to use words because they might get demonetized. Fuck you. I'm not even monetized. 10-1 and packing, sweet cheeks. Well, shit. If I were to go that way, I guess I'd be calling you. You want to look at some guns? All right. Am I going to get any Canics at the shop? Yes, I'm ordering some this week. Oh, also I got a Beretta on top of the computer just because. So let's start at the top. That is the TAC 79 from Exotic Ammo. Thank you very much if anybody from there is watching. They're from somewhere. And they sent me a 37 millimeter signal launcher, which is really cool. I've also got the underbarrel. That is the ROHM RG17 chambered in 38 Speciality. Below that, believe it or not, I have a Glock 22. Yes, it's a police trade-in. It's available in the store, blah, blah, blah. Next to that, I have a Gen 5 Glock 17. And yes, it is Gen 5, even though it doesn't have front slide serrations. It's got ambidextrous slide lock, slide release, the enhanced trigger, and the frickin' better everything. Next to that, we got a Rose Gold 43X MOS. We got the Heritage Barkeep. Got the Heritage Rough Rider Long Barrel. We've got the slide for my Influencer X. You can see the polishing I'm doing on it, and you can also see the two-tone nature of it. So imagine that with a high polish blue on the side, and it's going to be blued. Taylor's & Company 357 Magnum. That is the gun that's going. That's the Influencer X, and you can see I've got the Match X barrel on there with the Island Port comp, and that one's getting high polish blued. You can see how it's going to be dull on top and high polish on the sides. Yes, I do. That is a Para Ordnance 1345, chambered in 45 ACP. SIG 229 DAC, double action Kellerman, really fun pistol in 357 SIG. Springfield Operator 1911 in 45 ACPA. Below that, we have the Astra A100 in 9mm. Tanfolio Witness in 9mm. A Hutchka Vipin 9 and a Taurus G3X. So that's the wall, kids. Hope you're happy. Not showing you my place. I don't want you to know how my security works. I got a gun. That's how my security works, motherfather. I burped. Am I an a-hole for knowing my ABCs of curse and racial slurs? Not really. A lot of people do. I do have a Glock 19. I just didn't put it on the wall because I left the case up front. I've got the FBI 1911. Air Max, what's up? Joe out here with bootleg Glock 17s. No, it's a real one. It is a Bollywood Glock. It is a Glock 17. Out of all those guns, which one has the best trigger? Probably that one. It's so light it feels like it's not even in there. Where's the chance of a prime coming in that shipment? You need to contact me through the store's website or the phone number that's on the store's website, and you can order one. I kind of want a Slurpee now. Well, thank you. Come again. Please do not mix. I will have to charge you half price for each one. It will total the same, but I have to do it in the computer because now we measure the Slurpee at the end of the day. How do I like the vertical mount GPU? I like it for aesthetics reasons. This case is enormous. This is a 14-inch fan for those of you that don't know sizes. Yeah, I'm a giant. I'm just kidding. But it's a giant freaking case. It's the Enthu 719. Do I have an AK? Yes. Who's Silly Bean? Me? Oh, there's actually a Silly Bean. What series 229 is that? That is a 229 double action Kellerman or DAK. D-A-K. Chambered in 357 Shahig. Yeah, this is the 719. It's not the Elite. It's just the Pro. So it is the dual system capable one. So, yeah. Can I see behind your camera? If I open up the phone, then it'll break. Down syndrome. I'm sorry you have that, Leo, but thank you for being brave enough to talk about it live on a live stream. For the future of forever, the entire internet will know that at 9:07 on April 9th, 2025, Leo Nunez came out and told the entire world that he has Down syndrome. So congratulations, brother. It's nothing to be embarrassed by. I'm sure you can work through it, and you're going to have a very long and successful life. Or you can keep being a dick on the internet, and hopefully you get massive diarrhea before the night's over. One or the other. Thoughts on 5.7 for EDC? It's a very fast round. I don't know if I would really recommend it due to chances of overpenetration. It's definitely going to hurt. So, like, in terms of efficacy on target, it's going to hurt. It's going to go fast. It's going to make a big hole. Well, tiny hole, but it's going to make a good permanent wound cavity. Currently building out a Corsair 7000X, big case problems. Dude, I just got rid of the Thermaltake X71, which was taller, but it wasn't as long, so my graphics card didn't fit in it right. I was checking out the T-Sauce Night Stalker. The weight felt good, but don't know much about the T-Sauce brand. John, what I would suggest you do, and I'm not doing it because I'm trying to plug my own channel, I have a video with over 130,000 views on it because I talk about the problems with the Night Stalker. I also have a follow-up video to that has 30,000 views where I show the problems with the Night Stalker. I've asked T-Sauce and SDS repeatedly to work with me to prove that their guns are good. They refuse to do it, and I'm not spending $1,000 of my own money to prove them right or wrong. So it's in their ballpark. I've been asking for months for them to step up and do the right thing, but they just don't want to for some reason. So whatever. What was your first gun? My first gun was a Rock Island 1911 double stack 9mm 22 TCM. He came out. I'm proud of him. Yeah, I mean, it's not often. We do see that every now and then on a live stream. Like somebody will come out as gay, and some people will tell me that they liked Ronald Reagan. Look, dude, the New Deal was fine, but you know, I liked Ronald Reagan when he was an actor and hung out with a monkey. Thoughts on Century Arms? Their stuff is fine. They used to be the importer for a lot of guns, and then obviously they developed their own marketing, manufacturing, and U.S. builds. So they're fine. Wow, thanks. No problem, John. I'm just saying I would recommend other companies. If you can get your hands on a Gerson Match S, it's the same basic gun as the Night Stalker, just not a threaded barrel, and it's less money. How do you guys feel about rip rounds? They inspire lawsuits. People that have been using them, when they go to court, the prosecuting attorney will say that they stand for rest in peace, even though they stand for radically invasive projectile. But everybody knows that it means rip because the freaking box had a tombstone on it. How short is short to be basically stupid with a 357 mag? Like, what's the point of a 1-inch ones? Flashbangs, pocketability. Lots of cases of ammunition. So, hey, let's game. Go ahead and go back about 14 minutes. You can see the whole collection. Lots of cases of ammunition and gun accessories being used against their owners in court. Yep. Slurping off that white drink. Yep. It's sugar free and it tastes bad. But I had my buddy. He was at Sam's Club or Costco. I don't remember where he was, and he bought a sample case of Zero. So it's got yellow, which is my next target, red and white. But you know what? I'm not complaining, dude. Does Century make or import Canik? They used to be the importer of Canik, but Canik is now importing through their own importers. They have a U.S. Place now. I get weird looks when I say I like Nixon. I am not a crook. I was just eating food in the hotel. Hey, Jim picked up a Glock 22 TCM. It's a crazy fast round. Yeah, and the 22 TCM 9R, which is what your Glock shoots, is actually slower than a real one. So imagine if you owned a real one. Came across some free ones in a mag. I honestly don't want to use them anywhere. Oh, just fire them off, dude. Take them to the range. Dump them. They're not illegal to own. Just don't shoot anybody with them. When I go to 7-Eleven, I got to go behind the store to get my Slurpee. Oh my goodness, he made a very good joke. But as you know, it is very frowned upon in our country for people to be going on the sucky for other dudes. I know I jumped to conclusions. You might be a girl, but that's a weird Slurpee. That's more of a slushy. What's the shortest 357 mag you would EDC? I used to carry a 2-inch. Might just be a cool shelf piece. That's true. You high? Why? You offering? How much is the pistol with brown handle? Wow, that's not vague. We don't discuss sales on live streams, my friend. I was going to get really racist, but I'm not going to do that either. I'm also Asian, so take it with a grain of salt, my fellow zipperhead. Hit a blinker. I'm Asian. Have you ever seen an Asian hit a blinker? Sit down, fool. Asian using their blinker. Get the fuck out of here. I hate people who do drugs and don't share. Well, just stream hopping to see who's going to be the first to hit a blinker. What the hell's a blinker, man? Have you ever ordered a ribeye at an Indian restaurant? No, but I said, holy cow, your prices are too high. And why can I only eat with one hand? You don't know which one I wipe with. That's racist. It's Gen Z talk. Well, frickin' talk your way back into the elementary school and use the real world. My first gun was a Century Arms Raz 47. It wasn't a big fan of it. Yeah, I don't think I'd be either. So me deliberately carrying high power or plus P ammo could legally become a problem? No, not necessarily. The reason the rip rounds are so maligned from like prosecutors and stuff is because they have a picture of a skull on the box, and everybody, it's colloquially, I can't say that word, it's commonly known as the rest in peace round. So it's a perceived notion that you're trying to do as much irreparable damage to a target as possible by firing that round. So if there's any kind of when it comes to the case, like, maybe you were the aggressor, maybe you shouldn't have shot the guy, maybe you shouldn't have done this, then they're going to find any reason they can to try to prosecute you more. They're going to try to nail your ass to the wall, because if you have like a back plate on the back of your Glock, I mean, with the Confederate flag, which is the dumbest thing ever because, you know, it's Austrian. They don't have Dixies. Or you have a stupid flash hider that says, hey, look here, wait for flash. Or judged by 12 or carried by 6 on your slide. All that shit they'll try to use. Cannabis pen. Unfortunately, I can't do things like that because I'm in a state where, yes, it's legal, but the United States government has not seen fit to say weed is legal yet. So until they do, you can't own guns and be a weeder. Just kidding. Indian restaurants are worse than an Ethiopian buffet. I prefer the Korean barbecue. I actually like Indian restaurant. I love Indian food. I'm back, took a bunch of pills, now eating dinner. You know, out of context, that sounds really bad, Mouse. guys, fuck, guys. Oh, man, I took so many pills. I mean, they were chewable Flintstones vitamins, but, like, fucking grip of them, dude. Wrenches! Holy shit! The legal prosecution will try to find any reason to pin it to you an unlawful case of firearm over self-defense. That's why you get a lawyer. You don't get shitty insurance from USCCA who's going to tell you to plead out. If you're using RIP ammo for self-defense when you want to use something that does the most damage to somebody, etc., etc., I'm just curious though. So here's the thing, Fel. In the eyes of the prosecutor, using a round that is designed to pedal off and splinter into the body that causes potentially irreparable damage to multiple organs at once shows that you had an intent to kill that person. The number, well, it's on the list. I'm not going to say the number one thing, but a very strong thing to remember if you ever find yourself in a self-defense shooting and it's actually a real self-defense shooting is you don't say that you shot to kill. I was trained to shoot to kill. No, you were shooting to stop the threat. If you don't act like, I've got years of trading, so I know how to manipulate my Smith & Wesson 40 cal. Look, I can do this and that, and there's, you know, the cops don't give a shit, dude. If you're cool, calm, collected, use regular words, and you don't try to be a dumbass, you have a much better chance. But if you're using a round that is designed primarily to cause very terrible internal damage, they're going to say that you were trying to kill somebody, not trying to stop a threat. I know, lol, just Advil and vitamin C and C. I hope my fever goes away. Yeah, I hope so too, brother. I'm back. Can a green laser be used in court against you? Only if they're using it to point out on a diagram where you shot the defendant. I don't know why I said owner, but you know what I mean. I didn't even read the first part of your question, son. Mr. Piglet. No, I'm Kermit the Frog. I am not the Piglet. And even if we had piglets with Miss Piggy, well, she usually just has a frog in her throat. It's safer for us. But if we ever had some little ones, they'd be pigs that can jump to the moon. I got really out of it by the end of that. I've seen a guy do a coup, and he was shocked when they nailed him for murder one. Yeah, there's been a few. If you watch JCS Criminal Minds, that covers a lot of people who thought they were in the right. Like the dude that shot the kids in the parking lot at a convenience store because their music was loud, and he was being a dick. And then that guy in Florida that got pushed by a guy, so he shot him. Live in a free state, know who the prosecutor and sheriff is. Their views, wrong place at wrong time applies. It's crazy what they'll do to try to get you. I'm a little drunk. Hi, little drunk. I'm Joe. I don't have any kids, but my jokes are family because they're a parent. I don't know. That didn't work. Boom, 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 boom. Thank you. It's not easy being green. Have I ever been loved by a man? Yes. And it bought me this shirt. I like the show, First 48. I'm usually hoping they don't catch the guy in the first 48 because it might be me. My hollow points expand on impact. You saying I should use FMJs? No, absolutely not. A hollow point is much preferable because it greatly reduces the risks of overpenetration. And because it's a hollow point, you're not making 7 wound cavities where you hit. It makes 1 large wound cavity, yeah. But it also isn't trying to break multiple organs or damage multiple organs. It's 1 round. So, no, carry hollow points unless it's illegal like in New Jersey. No overpenetration is a thing. Yep. Make sure to leave a like on the live stream. Yep. Glock or Sig. Right now, I'm really not a fan of either, brother. And I got a Glock tattoo, so I don't want to hear it. Don't have a MC. Oh, god damn it. Nope. You're spamming chat. We don't spam chat. You can ask one question every 38 minutes, dude. So, because you're a 10-year-old and you're spamming my chat. Are all American AKs junk? No. There are some really good American-made AKs, but they're expensive. My buddy, check out Appalachia Gunworks if you want to get a really good one, Matthew. Appalachia Gunworks in Winchester, Virginia. He's got, right now, he used to have almost a year and a half wait time for his builds. He's down to like 3 or 4 months, which is actually pretty solid. But check him out, dude. He's on YouTube, Adventures in AK. He does some crazy-ass builds. He also builds a lot of auto guns for himself because he thinks it's funny. But yeah, he's the one that did the sandblasting on my 1911s. He called him a 1911. Yes, because that's correct. Oh, I haven't looked at auctions in so long. Holy shit, I'm looking. I think it's illegal to carry hollow points in San Francisco, but it's legal for me to carry them there because my permit is from the city of LA. That's how you do it, son. Get around them rules. I don't think they can stop you from carrying soft point 25 Tokarev, baby. Hypothetically, if somebody bought 3,000 rounds of 5.56 and came home to see 2 police SUVs parked across the street the day it was delivered, should they be worried? Nope. Now, if it's a weird unmarked van, I'd be a little bit scared. Steve! Hey, brother, how you doing tonight? I know it's Wednesday. Thank you for coming and hanging out. Appreciate the dono. Everybody hit the like button. Whenever somebody donates, we have a rule on this channel. You like them, and then you like me. You like them first. Because mother fathers don't have to donate a penny to me, and people do it anyways because they're kings and shiz. And, yeah. The person I gave the information to, I'm not going to read your real name, but thank you for your $10 donation. Holy shit. Was that you, Steve? What's the best thing to carry that's not a Glock or an M&P Shield? Well, M&P Shield is pretty solid. So I'd say you're good with that one. But I'd probably say Canic Meta MC9 or a Smith & Wesson M&P full size. Do I got a 45 caliber in there? No, those are all empty. Happy hump day. Ha! Don't you dare me to do it. Ooh, this guy's got stuff all the time, and they're cheap. Happy birthday to those of you that celebrate your birthday today. If not, then whenever your birthday is, I hope it's an enjoyable one and not raining like a son of a bitch. Turning comes in with a $5 donation. Thank you very much. It's weird. I can't like yours. What the hell? But thank you, Wrenches. I appreciate that, son. Hello, Sawyer. As a new rule, if you're too lazy to type the word said hi and you click a button to say said hi, I'm not answering you. Sorry. Hey, Loco comes in at the silver level. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. It's a big gun at the top left corner. That is a 37 millimeter signal launcher that happens to also come with not frag. I keep calling them frag. Flashbangs and concussion rounds. No one can like me. I like you, big butt. We can't like turning wrenches. Super, that's hilarious. Yeah, got a steel airweight that's labeled for plus P. Should I run it? I heard not to. If it's labeled for plus P, it's fine. A lot of times I just wouldn't recommend always just running plus P. So like a little bit every now and then to train with it is 100% fine, but I would run just standard loads. Nobody wants to worry about having to drop a big load every time. My opinion on Spike's Tacticals, they're fine. I don't get into all the gimmicky ones, but they're fine. It's an Apple phone thing I figured out, the say hi thing. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. Oh, it's an Apple iPhone thing too? Oh, shit. I'm not answering anybody now. Speaking of unmarked vans, I named my Wi-Fi router FBI Surveillance Van 3 to fook with my neighbor. You should add a secondary one that says definitely not surveillance. Thought about Riley Defense AKs. I snagged one for about $700 and love it. They've got a little bit of a hit and miss. I've had okay luck with mine back when I had one, but the Rack 47 sometimes can have some issues with head spacing. They can walk out of head spacing after only a few thousand rounds. So if you've got some round count through yours, I would have the head spacing checked just to make sure it's still good. Because an AK can fire out a battery very easily. What Glocks you got up there? I see some Glocks. So we've got a Glock 22 Gen whatever 3. I think that's a 4 actually. Glock 17 Gen 5 and a Glock 43X MOS. Not a Gen, it's just a 43X. Yeah, only because I'm a POS, it's my day-to-day. I have ran only +3 through my air weight, never counted, but must have put hundreds around through it because Ireland. I reload and only reload 38 special plus P and 357. Gotcha. Holy crap, I see 3 revolvers. Vurick! They've been sleeping together, which is weird because they're all dudes. One must have been them transition girl dude things. I'm trying to make funny jokes, but I'm tired. So my funny jokes are coming out. Biddy-yip, biddy-yip, biddy-yip. That's all, folks. And they're not landing on your mom's face. Great info. Yay! What EDC knife do you normally carry? So I have a brand called QB that sent me a knife like 5.5 years ago, and I still carry it. I'm not a knife. My store, we just ordered 40 knives. We're gonna put those out. But yeah, I'm not really a knife guy. I also have to blow my nose. And whoever that girl is. Ah, you thought I was gonna say guy, didn't you? Is he gay? I mean, Brokeback Mountain revolvers. Yep. Are those all single action? Yeah. Ironically, they are. The 2 other ones, the ones above the 1873, are both Heritage Rough Riders. One's a barkeep, and the other one's just a regular. Hey, baby girl. Hey, daddy. Dude, I've worn dresses and fake tits on live stream. If I'm not comfortable in my sexuality, nobody is. And as they always say, any hole's a port in a storm. Don't miss on the high. Oh, why am I not? Oh, I'm not logged in. That's fine. I don't give a shit. It's not gay if it's in a 3-way. It is if the girl bows out. Good information on the Night Stalker. Have you noticed the voids on the rails of any other models of the T-Sauce? I haven't, but I've also not fully torn any of my other ones down. I actually just sold them. And I'm not willing to spend $1,000 to find out. I asked T-Sauce very nicely. Gerson has sent me 3 guns. They're sending me a 4th gun. I have another company sending me 2 2011s. So the fact is, freaking SDS and T-Sauce, they need to step up their game, man up, and send me a gun that I can basically sandblast like I did mine. That Gerson has no voids in the metal. It's all 100% flat, so it's pretty good. Interesting, I only have 1 single action. It's a good little 22. It's a Ruger single 6. Single actions are fine, but they get a little tiring to load them. I don't mind the side gate, but it just, I like to go fast. I like me some beep beep. Gotta go fast. Come on down to the park where we make my happening. Is South Park 64 worth anything? I'd beat you in a fight, not gonna lie. Probably. I like getting beat. Is he a masochist? He might be. Damn. It's actually worth some money. Guess I'll buy it. Right? I was looking at the Witness, but wasn't sure if it would be a viable option. Dude, I'm telling you, the Witness so far has been good to me, but I'm also trying not to be a shill, so I'm also going to tell you to look at Rock Island, but dude, they're definitely worth giving a look-see to. Oh yeah, I didn't rip them off. All right. I don't want to enter my billing address. I just want to use my card. You guys see my screen? Okay.
my dad's gonna park on and make myself ride.
Hey, I won. Mrs. Mouse made us dinner. We had cod and broccoli. It was good. You don't have COVID if you can take. I'm just kidding. A-hole thinks he's playing hide the salami. I'm sitting on a log. Does that matter? Oh, it's a chair. Hey, Bruce, what's up? How's it stack up compared to, say, the Springfield Prodigy? It honestly feels smoother than the Prodigy. The Prodigy, it's a lot more money, though. Like nearly $600 more. But the Prodigy probably feels a little bit better coating-wise. That's why I'm recoding mine. But I had nary a problem. I said that in the video, too. Why do I keep saying the word nary? Nary, nary, don't you know I'm barely a man.
I'm a man, Jessica.
I'm just free freaking associating at this point. Hey, what's up, Mohammed? She's watching the Laker game. Does she got a fishing pole? Is that sodomy salami? Don't you tell people my stripper name. Jesus, man. Oh, there we go. East side crippin' cause 20s we rollin'. That sounds like the kind of thing that somebody that's not actually a gangster would say to make people think they're a gangster, and then when they meet the real gangster, they get bitch slapped by the real gangster. I never claimed to belong to any set. I'm just me. RG, what's up, dude? I enjoyed my video today. I did one. Oh, I uploaded the one where I was talking about accidentally taking apart the gun. I will be putting up one in the morning showing how I've fully disassembled the gun more and polished it out to get it ready for a bluing. Yeah, I haven't lost my smell or taste yet. Just bad sore throat, muscles ache, mucus, and fever. So I hope I get better soon. I think I will. Please pray for me. Oh, mighty John Moses Browning and the Lord. My buddy Mouse needs to heal. And at the very least, if he isn't going to heal, can you make him sign a document sending me his beautiful watch collection? Amen, and launch them 45s. Am I a stripper? Depends. Is it a, like, hen party? Because if it's a dude dance, I'm not going. I tell you, a guy loses one salami and never let him live it down. Ha. Amen, brother. Thank you. Now, I hope you get better soon, Mouse. That slowly release COVID tablet I hid in that 25 ACP probably got you. I like Timex. Timex is fine. What would be interested in 12 gauge? Ted Williams Series catalog shotgun Brome or the 60S? No idea what either of those are. I'll take them both. What kind of gun do you think Trump owns? One with the red dot that does this. I'm not afraid to tinker with guns as long as they are inexpensive or not historic pieces. So if the witness can be as good or better than the Prodigy, I feel it's worth it to spend 3/4 of the piece. Yeah, so like I said, even after I'm going to send that out and have it reblued to make the slide even slicker, I might have the barrel redone in titanium nitriding, and I'm going to put the EGW ignition kit in it, and it'll still be under the price of a Prodigy. Do you have any more guns than just those ones? Yes, I have a personal collection, but I don't put those on display really. I got a few rifles. I'm not a big long gun guy. I'm more of a pistol guy. Oh, I thought those were boots I could wear on live stream, but they're only 8.5. I need at least an 11 because I only have half feet. Gonna get some stilettos to wear on the live stream to make you all feel weird. Well, I think I know what I'm going with. Yeah, the problem is I gotta find you one now because you can't get them. Hello there! Why, hello there! Are you Anakin? Hello, Anakin. Also, my buddy knows how to do the assignments when they're assigned to him. Hold on a second. Don't worry. That's a normal sound you're hearing. That is way too many fries. I mean, you're playing with fries. It's fine. I said it's fine. Somebody wants me back on stream, it'll cost you $10. Or 5 likes. I'm doing what I'm doing, shut up. So I told my buddy I wanted some French fries, and this is what he got me. Freaking 8-pound bag. It's insane. And now I'm cooking some. Maybe I haven't eaten today. Shut up. Ugh. Did you make all those guns, or do you only make those few? I've only modified a few. It's stainless, isn't it? Hot salts bluing. You mean QPQ nitrocarbonizing? No, I'm doing hot salt bluing or hot bluing. It's being done by Taylor's and Company here in town. Make sure you guys hit the like button. 8-pound bag is 2 servings in my house. Lol. What's your favorite gun? 1911s. Those fries good. Dope as shit. I want some. I'll mail you some. Joe, I'm proud of you. You finally went grocery shopping. No, I'm too lazy to go grocery shopping. I texted my buddy who was at Sam's Club, and I said, fries, bacon, and Gatorade. Gotta go to bed. Good night. Have a good night. You too, Christian. Thank you. From some fries with asada cheese and pico. No, hell no, dude. I got a big thing of Chick-fil-A sauce. I'm going to be munching on some fries while you guys are munching on some carpet. What did he say? Thank you. La 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 la. La 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 la. Damn it. I have to keep registering. I'm getting really tired of that. That sounds so good. Chick-fil-A sauce and crinkle cut fries. Yeah, my buddy bought them for me, and I'm going to eat them, man. I'm going to eat them, baby. I'm gonna eat them. Yay. Air fryer? No, I've got one of those pizza cookers. The rotating pizza cookers with the top and the bottom. That 8-pound bag is crazy. You gonna share? Absolutely. Send me your address. I'll mail you one. Although I think you can't mail cooked food through the... Anyways, I'll try it. I'll stick it in a burrito. That's what she said. Actually, what she said was wrong hole! It's 9:30. Have you hit the like button yet? I'm doing a lot more free word association tonight than I planned on. Whatever. Central oven, full of lovin'. Yep. Look, man. You won't know if it's cool until you try it, right? I got a glass air fryer. Can't go back to the other ones. Nice. Oh, shit. Sorry, Texas gal. Fry and lard, it tastes better. Actually, the last time I made some, I was making bacon at the same time, so I fried them on my pizza cooker, and then I put them in the bacon grease. Yeah, I felt my heart go, no! No! Stop! What do you got on top of the tower tonight? That is a Beretta Model 84 that I forgot was there. Talk, people! Hit the freaking like button, for God's sakes, man. Jeez Louise, man. This guy's butt on here and we're all freaking cool. I'm dead. Nothing beats oil for frying. Yeah, the air fryer is good, but nothing beats a good freshly fried French fry. Freshly fried French fry. Don't make me say words. All right, hands up. How many of you will buy used clothes from like Goodwill and stuff, but you draw the line at the underwear? Yeah, I can't see any of you. Sickos. I wish you could buy guns in the mail so you could say something came in the mail today. These guns! You technically can if it's a airsoft pistol, because it's still technically a gun. Who the frick is Texas Gal? I've been MIA for a bit, so I don't know the newbies. Gal's been here for a while, actually. The underwear is my favorite. I don't do used clothes. Well, some of them are fun, and when I'm cross-dressing, I need to wear something that's cheap, because, you know, somebody sees me in it, and they just rip it off. Actually, that's not true. The last feminine thing I wore was sent to me by Justin or Zaxon. Which one of you sent the Halloween maid's outfit? I like the underwear with stains. I get a discount. Lol. I think you can get guns in the mail with an FFL. Only if the FFL is your home. But I get where you're coming from, Mouse. He's my friend. No, because I can't pick up guns. If you go back to 9:15 p.m., so 38 minutes back, I show all the guns on the wall closer. What the hell is a lucky river stone? You have a favorite pistol optic right now? I gotta tell you, not really. Used clothes, okay. Socks and underwear, no way, unless I've been drinking. Wait, you can have an FFL registered to your home address? I never knew that. Yeah, well, they're harder to get now than they used to be. Back in the day, it was a lot easier because the ATF was not cracking down on old folks selling World War II shit out of their home. But the biggest problem is the youngsters that decided to stop doing background checks and just sell shit out their back door. Son of a beat. Ugh, need another drink. Get one! How much guns do you have? Just about enough. Someday I hope to have more. If you go to Wind City Armory and you pick yourself up a fine little trophy, then I can buy more guns. So you help me and you get something for you, so everybody wins. Justin, I appreciate it. I don't believe it. What, that you bought me the Halloween outfit? I think you did. How much guns? Yeah, okay. Stop spamming shit, son. That's a 8-year-old move. I don't know. They just said Lucky River Rocks, and I'm not clicking on it. You can never have enough gun. Yep. Your SAR video is getting more views than those PSA sales? Not really. It got, you're talking about the K-12? No, that one has been on before the sale started. Don't sell the para, it's so nice. But I need money. Money is more important than my happiness. I don't want to sell it, but, you know, life goes on, brother. I'd rather sell the Springfield Operator. Do you think P320 M17 is good everyday carry? Nope. My girlfriend was Big Spoon, and I did something I didn't like. Just tell her to do it again. You'll learn to like it. Yeah, well, if I pick it up and take it down off the wall, then YouTube will yell. Oh my god, that's probably his own firearm. I bet he's cleared it, but did he really? Did he really? Don't we all? I'm looking at selling a bunch of shite to finance my tool addiction. Hit me up, bruh. Halloween costume. Yes, me wanted to go with the Sailor Moon one, but I did not want to drop $100 on it. Yeah, see, Zaxxon's being cheap too. He sent me the cheap boobies. I told him if he got me the really nice ones, I'd wear them, but he won't pay. He won't spring for them. They're only $90. You're trying to make me look like an idiot on the internet, but the problem is I'm embracing it too eagerly. So the fact is, you guys lose your heart on for my embarrassment. What's your ethnicity? I am half Korean, half-ish white. Oh, update. I'm no longer actually turning wrenches. Ah, what are you, turning tricks? What's the most expensive gun you have? I don't really answer that question, my friend. I have guns that are worth some money, but I don't like to really talk about them. Sorry. I'm not one of those guys that brags about his collection. I like to brag about like one gun every now and then, but don't change your name. We will not remember. Oh, you're slinging parts. Can you touch the Derringer? No. Haven't you seen Finding Nemo? Don't touch the butt. I touched the butt. No, one time I looked sideways at a bulge front trunnion AK-47 and they tried to kill me. We're family. Hello. We're family. I know. Hello. But we're family. Okay. Smash Bros 3D S. Sorry, I'm trying to make money while I'm making money talking to you guys. You guys don't, I don't beg you guys for money, so I have to get my money somewhere. Hello. We're going to buy that for sure. Let's go ahead and bid that. Yeah. There we go. You like the Para Warthog? Never shot the Warthog. Mine is a 1345. Longer barrel, longer grip. Rick, not food. Are we really not getting the Switch 2 straight away? I don't know, dude. I have not followed the handhelds ever. Wrenches comes in with the Big 10. Oh, we can like that one. Am I going to have to send it to Kenyatta and then to myself? Probably. 18-inch 6mm arc is your most expensive. It is Wednesday day. Wednesday day. Should I just buy all these clothes that are in an auction just to have a clothing store out of nowhere? Good to have you back, Wrenches. Yep. Awesome at Wrenches. My guns are cheapish compared to you guys. Paid a lot for them because my country is expensive. Look, pal. If you want to live in a beautiful state that has wonderful views and entertaining things to do, but has horrible politics, people, and everything else about it, you do you. I don't know where I was going. Hey, I just bought a laser for my handgun off Amazon for $30. You think that will even work? Oh, I'm sure it'll work until you fire it once. Miller! Hump day! Welcome! We are here to be here for Wednesday. I gotta go check on my fries. Hang on a second. My fries might be burning. If I burn my fries, it's like burning my butt, man. Y'all thought I was kidding about them fries, bro. That bag was open and y'all know it. Turning the wrenches. Wait, that's somebody else. In the kitchen making fries. Dropping fries. Putting the fries in the garbage that I dropped because that's freaking gross. Oh yeah, these are going to be good fries in like 10, 15 minutes. Just you wait, buddy. Just you wait, okay? Turn that on a little bit longer. I'm what you would call a multitasker. Video's back. Yep, now I'm going to get hungry. Zaxxon, Justin said he'll go halvies with you with new boobs. It's me. He's talking about me while saying about me, but I digress. Yep. Yeah, but our tacos are better. Your tacos are all fusion of other places. And curdled cheese and gravy and call it Putin. And now I have an X300 fake off eBay for 40 that lasted longer than the real one. Wow, that's cool. What else are we talking about? Nice collection. Thank you, Pistol Pistol. God, I love tacos. Especially the ones that walk upright. Fry abuse will not be allowed. That's why I got up, abandoned my live stream, just so I can go check on my tacos. My tacos. They're French fries. Sorry. I'm trying to read while talking. It doesn't go well in my brain. My brain's like, you should be doing this and you should be doing that. Why aren't you doing this? Had tacos for dinner and dessert. Frick tacos. You need to microwave a burrito after putting mayo in it. Jesus Christmas, I am down. Doing it right now. In my mind. Dude, if I microwave mayonnaise, I'd kick myself out of my apartment. I guess my staccato is the most money I spent on a gun, but it's definitely not my favorite. Yeah, I need to get another staccato someday if I can get one cheap again. Mouse, I'll give you $1,000 for yours. And it's cold hard eBay or Zelle. You've never lost 75% of your value in one transaction? I hate that most expensive pew is not my favorite. Yep. Yes, Chick-fil-A is just fancy honey mustard, but I love it. It treats me so good, and if I really wanted to, I could squeeze it in my mouth. Last thing I squeezed in my mouth didn't taste so good. Mule deer ground avocado, ugh. Cilantro, blech. Onions, blech. Lemons, blech. I don't need any of that shiz. Dumb question. You think it's safe to shoot someone in self-defense in an apartment or RV park? You know, my point is you shouldn't really shoot towards other people. Well, one of the rules of firearm ownership is know your target and what's beyond it. But if your life is truly in danger, you do what you have to stay alive. My most expensive gun is my SIG 226 Legion. That's a nice gun, dude. Can't fault you for that. All right, well, I might win a 3DS. Yay, that was worth all my time. I like my most expensive, but I haven't shot it yet. Which one is that one there, bud? Buddy, bud, 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 bud. Bud, 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 bud. It sounds like a motorcycle that lost its chain. Yep. Have you heard of Krebs Customs? Found an arsenal that had the works done by them and seemed very reputable, but I don't personally know them. Never heard of them myself, dude. I got a Beretta M9A3 for $1,000. That's the most I spent on a pistol, and it's fantastic. Oh, the M9A3 is a terrific gun. My ADD won't allow me to not think about what's beyond my target. My ADD makes me think 7 things before I think what I was thinking before I thought what I thought was thinking about thinking. Why is there no cheese in Asia? Because I don't think there's cows. I mean, I'm sure they have cows, but I don't think they have a lot of cheese, a lot of cows. Also, we eat vegetables. You want to add freaking cheese to our vegetables? New Britain toy gun. What the hell is that? Certainly hope that guy doesn't get in trouble for selling that. Do I have a Hellcat 9mm? Nope. Might be interested in selling my staccato if interested. You probably don't want to sell it for what I'm willing to pay for it, but send me an email. Tell me what you want for it, what model it is. Not looking for a compact, though. I want a full size. I know you hate on Glock and think they're mediocre at best, but would you depend your life on one? Absolutely. I'm not going to be happy doing it. Trust me, I'm going to apologize to whoever I shoot. Look, bro, I am so sorry I had to take you down with a Glock. I really wish I was carrying my 1911 right now, but, you know, do what you got to do, bud. 100%. I would definitely trust my life to a Glock. Those fries are cooking, baby. Gar. Oh, it's an XC. Maybe we need to talk. Yeah, send me an email at thejiminyshow@gmail.com, brother. Fast Charge 3.0. I'm thinking of selling my Maverick 88. I don't really need it, and Snap-on ain't cheap. Well, I hear ya. Yeah, I wanted the full-size Staccato P. It's all right, but for 4K, I don't know, man. There's nothing wrong with my Wilson Combat 80 CX9. No, but let's be honest, though. If you take off the price of the Acro that you got, it's really only slightly more than you should have spent. You know? Drops it down into like the mid-3. Frick, cheap! With that white gun, would you recommend for self-defense in close proximity? Well, I mean, that's what it's designed for, Christopher. It's designed to be a pocket gun. It's in 38 special, so if you're up close and you can get a hit on target, it's definitely going to do some work for you. Hundo percento, cuz. All this talk about gun work makes me want a gold plate of Ruger. Ha! For most things, you got to live under the buy once, cry once policy, even if you mean spending a little bit more. For the large majority of people, I'll say that is absolutely true, my friend. It came with the Surefire, and I got the 2 mags blocked for it. Yep. Just did a Form 1 on my KH9 Covert. Took 3 days. Sweet! I'm hoping my stuff goes that fast. So I'm setting up to do suppressors as well. 4 to 6 months out, though. It takes 4 to 6 months to build a silencer shop kiosk. I like, for real? If you're going staccato, you should go full-size or compact, not a mid-size one. I'm going with what I personally like. I want a full-size. If you like a compact gun, great. I had the C2. I just didn't care for it. I didn't think it shot that well. And that's just me saying that. It could be a personality problem. Who knows? Yeah, for most things, but there's a case of diminishing returns on some things, yeah. The speed. What speed? High dynamic headphones. Knock off Samsungs. Don't get it, bunka. Bro, why do you have guns? Because too many people keep asking me why I have guns, and I'm getting tired of it. So I started buying guns for the next person that asks it, and you're up. Do you have a gun that you've put too much money into just because? I have an M&P 1522 with a 3.5-pound CMC trigger and having it coated twice the price of the pistol, but I was bored. No. Honestly, I can honestly say that. I do not have any guns that I've paid too much money for. Mainly because I'm trying to think. I don't have a lot of super custom guns. Huh. It's a great question. No, I don't. Most of the guns I've modified with parts I've gotten for free, so sorry. Which your most expensive gun? Nope, I don't answer that question, Blaze. I'm currently looking at Nighthawk and 45 ACP. Great guns, man. You shouldn't put any laser on a gun. Am I high right now? Higher than you. Hold on. Am I still higher than you? No such thing as paying too much, just earn more. Lol. My bottle won't open. I'm high on that fry smell, bruh. On modification, I don't mind being on a new purchase in Cage's Gunworks. I like Cage and Gunworks stuff. I've actually got one of their flat-face triggers waiting to go into one of my computers. Guns. Farms. Cars? What? Do I have any AK Russian guns? No. It's not a flare launcher. It's actually a 37 millimeter. I have both. I have flashbang and concussion rounds. Oh, Joe, have you ever seen a C5 Jeep with a 5.7 Hemi? Yes. You should do it. How are the fries coming along? I hope they are crispy. They might be. That pistol being upside down is triggering me. It's designed to be upside down, my friend. It's designed to trigger you. I need to go check on my fries. I swear I'm not high. I just really want fries right now. Few more minutes. The frame stiffness will be an issue. Damn, Wrenches, you married, bro. Also, it's a guy using his sister's account. Actually, I don't know. He's high and has the munchies. I'm high on life, motherfather. I woke up today and I didn't fall into bed. Huh. I love this. This company's selling a computer that was sent to a school. Nice. All my exes live there. Wonder if she's one. I'm Mud Kippo. Hi, Mud Kippo. How are you? Me wife might like her, lol. Yeah, well, I helped you buy her a Chiappa, so when she shoots you with it, I'm going to have to go to court, so shush. Do I prefer indoor or outdoor ranges? I will shoot either. I don't mind either. I'm getting a new Zastava AK-47 for $950 with 4 extra mags. Is that a good deal? It's about the right price. Let's put it that way. I remember when Zastavas were like $650, $700, and now they're like $900 to $1,100. But $950 is a fair price for a Zastava right now. How long of a riot barrel? I got one with like 9-inch barrel Lamau. Coming on here for validation. Have you had any or shot any Adam Arms AR? No. What is an Adam's Arms? Ha. That's me being funny. But no, I've never shot Adam's Arms stuff. The only thing I wanted to buy, everybody's paying too much money for. They're a bunch of babies. Dude, all my shit, my fries are in there going. So did some small arms repairs today. Early 60s M16A1 to A2 conversion. Receiver stamp Colt AR-15. Some H&R as well. One actually failed to road erosion. Oh, it sounds like you had fun. Hey, what's going on, Utah Dad? Adam Arms are the piston stuff. Oh, I've had piston-driven ARs, but I've never messed with the Adam's Arms myself. Sorry. I don't know what I've been told. 58 more to go. Jesus, Christmas. I'm going to head to bed. 6 a.m. comes quick. All right, Wrenches, you have a good one. Where do you put Sons of Liberty Gunworks ARs on the AR hierarchy? They're all interesting, but I don't really rate them as, like, high. Is that annoying? You're going to try to hit more lives? You better, son. All right, I'm done looking at shit. Anybody else practice through their drawing a daily just in case you got to use it? I dry fire practice all the time, man. Sorry, somebody's trying to buy something from me. I'll dry fire a lot too, especially with the staccato. Please talk like Kermit the Frog. I don't take requests. Leather condom holster. Dude, leather condoms are not effective. Anyone else carry a fanny pack? I knew a repo guy that did. Let me get my fries. Not sponsored. I've carried in one of those cross-shoulder style money bags. It really does help with keeping your hands free of items, phone, keys, and my Smith & Wesson shield in the back zipper pocket. Hot back zipper pocket. No one suspects his dad carrying a baby with a blue fanny pack to have a CZ Customs. Nice. What the frick? Those fries had no seasoning on them. They have salt and little black spots, which are probably not mold. I'm just realizing the last thing I ate was like this morning. Opinion on Terran Tacticals. Well, he gives me a weird vibe that I can't really explain. All I can say is that when my pastor of my church used to give me that vibe, I'd earn $5 in a Snickers. So seasonings with seasoning in a minute. Nope. Fucking bareback in these bitches. With some Chick-fil-A sauce, bitch. I always bought high-end gas blowback trainer for practice. My G17 with trainer was $500. Yeah. Any recommendations on a holster? I have a WTP, but it's not super comfortable. It's going to be hard to tell you what's going to work for you and be comfortable. I like Urban Carry with the leather with the Kydex retention and a few others. Quality-wise, how's the Zastaffa brand? Pretty good, actually. Smooth form on that pour. Nobody from California can tell me my food is A, better, or B, worse than their food. You guys think In-N-Out is good. Do you like anything from Bull Armory? Yes. I like almost everything they manufacture except for their Gen 3 Glock clone, because their Gen 3 Glock clone is trash, because it's a Gen 3 Glock. Do I have the grip hero module for the Icarus? Nope. I've never messed with the Icarus one, and I don't like the Terran Tactical one. I actually sent my gun out to have my my Gerson 2011 done in the Terran Tacticals. Do I like the 226? Yes. Try hoisin sauce. I think I've had it before. Wow. I'm just eating. Why are you guys getting into a argument over which sauce is better? I'll eat them with nothing on it just to make you people mad. Do I have any long rifles? I don't have any like dedicated like long range rifles. I've just got regular rifles. Thoughts on Mekgar magazines? I like Mekgar magazines. In 90% of the cases, Mekgar is great. However, I will get rid of Mekgar magazines and go to Wilson Combats for my 1911s. The 226, once your trigger gets a little work, is a monster. I also like the 226 single action more than the double action. Look, guys, I don't ask you for donations, so I also don't want your opinions. What's a good CZ75 clone for the money? Right there, buddy. Right there, baby. The Tanfolio Witness is an excellent CZ75 clone. The Bull Armory Cherokee is a good polymer frame copy. The Rock Island Map, MAPP, is another good copy. What's up, Stoner? We're eating French flies. Also, I got your Glock 22 up there, so not only are you getting a Glock, you're getting a 40 cal. You got your Negotiator Cerakoted. You're thinking of switching the Apollo 11 grip to the Hero, but I like how the TTI stippling goes all the way down. I really haven't messed with that one, but the Negotiator's pretty cool. I've got the Match X, which is the slide that's on the single stack right now. And then I'm redoing the frame. However, the Match X is an aluminum frame, and you can't hot blue aluminum. It'll just warp it. So, guns, yaf! We'll crawl in his skin if you're thinking of anything other than CZ. Lol. Thanks, you've infected Joe and he ruined the Gerson. Ah, yeah. They're saying that I ruined the Gerson, but little do they know I'm making it better. Wait, the Glock 22 isn't in 22? Nah, I think the Glock 9's a 9, though. What's my thought on Glock discontinuing a bunch of models? If you look closely at the list of what they're canceling state-specific models, compliant models. Many of them are the 10-rounders. A bunch of them are the 5.5-pound minimum trigger models, which some states require, like Massachusetts requires a 10-pound trigger, or is it Connecticut? One of those two. They're not actually eliminating the 17, the 19, the 34. They're just eliminating variants that work in compliant cities. Because they're eliminating 52 models, they only sell up to a Glock 49. So it's not that they're discontinuing them, it's just they're discontinuing models that don't matter to people that don't live in California. I don't know anything about optics either, Matthew. Do you use that really small gun? No, I'm a gun store. I'm selling it. Glock numbers are to do with their patent numbers. You are correct, but that's what I was saying. They've only got 49 on the market. And it's not their patent numbers, it's the number of the model that was approved for a patent. A patent number is not 2 digits. It just refers to that, like the Glock 49 is the 49th gun that Glock got a patent for. You got more revolvers? Yes, for the store. Cody's back. Do not have a Calibri. It's Massachusetts with this stupid trigger law. Yep, that damages a lot of guns. Honest Outlaw got tricked into buying a Taurus with the Massachusetts trigger. Do you get tired of answering gun questions? Nope. That's why I do these, man. I get to hang out. Sometimes somebody will say something funny and I get to respond. But most of the time I'm just trying to get information to people. David, yes, I was just going to layman's terms. I get that, brother. I know that you knew what you were talking about, but I was just explaining it for the other people. Do you think it should be legal to train and form a militia? It is legal. Do you do shipping to Honolulu? No, there's lots of extra rules to ship outside to Honolulu. Most shipping can only be done for firearms within the contiguous United States, and then there's extra paperwork you got to do. Tiny pistol, what is it? That is the ROM RG-17 and 38 special. Would you consider making a video about the basics of building a computer tower? I've done videos on the channel about building computers. This isn't really the channel for it anymore. I have Jiminy Tech, which is a tech channel, and I've been meaning to make videos for that, but I've been working on my store for so long that I'm finally getting time to do stuff. I will get to that, though. Any thoughts on the Robinson Arms, the ACR clones? If it's the one I'm thinking of, those are the ones that are like $2,000 versus the $3,500 ones or $2,500 ones. I only held one for like 2 minutes, but it felt really good. Bro is a gun menace. Nope, I'm a gun solution. Oh, you said hi, so I shouldn't have answered you anyway. How do we access your store? Go to WinCityArmory.com. They stopped you for 5 hours for having empty brass in the car? That is stupid. Although that is true. Like if I'm going through Pennsylvania and I have loose rounds in the front of the vehicle, they'll give me problems. Any new mods for the Charger? Yep, I sold it. I traded it in and got a Navigator. Yeah, you right. What's the name of the shop? I'm assuming there's an online store. Win, W-I-N, City, C-I-T-Y, Armory, A-R-M-O-R-Y. Stone typed it. Look above the couple sentences up. I think you mean seek and no. Cody is welcoming his brother in Krispy Kreme. Dude, I could go for some donuts right now. I swear to God I'm not high. I just haven't eaten today. A whole ass minigun is the first pop-up I see. Tight. There you go. Do I attend gun shows to sell my products? No, I do not. I am a one-man show, so I couldn't go even if I wanted to. Is that a Ruger pistol in your glass display? Where are you talking about? On my website? Hold on. What an idiot. I could have helped the dude if he joined. We were all hang out on side of YouTube, but he got a video of him doing the no-nos on his YouTube, moron. Wait, which idiot? Who are you talking about? Funny, you said Krispy Kreme. We had an incident here last week. I believe some dude tried planting a camera in the bathroom of our Krispy Kreme donut shop right off the highway. That's crazy. Long-term plans for the channel, doing more range trips, for sure. Just kind of dedicating it to getting more guns in here so I can do more reviews, too. Dad saw the guy doing it, took the dude's camera and called the cops, and all the dude could say is giving me my camera back. He got arrested. Nice. Hold on a second. So if you're seeing one in the background on my website, that might have been the American Pro, but that one's not available. They said the guy was from Puxatawny. What's your opinion on gun shows? I've been working them for the last 6 years. I feel like they're dying. What's my 2 cents? Flea markets, gun shows, a lot of stuff where a bunch of people get together to try to sell things. They've all kind of gone to shit since COVID, especially. But yes, I agree even before that. But COVID was really bad. But yeah, I agree. Ever since like online selling became a thing, it really damaged the in-person. So like everybody's got weirdly varying prices. When I went to the Chantilly show last time I did that, I have a SAR K12 Sport that is like a $750 gun. One table had it for $900, another one had one for $850, and another table had one for $650. So it was crazy. Yeah, Miles, that's an old picture. It's not the one that's for sale. Sorry, bro. It's a Ruger Mark. There's a Ruger American Pro right there. There's one that's already up there, bud. The ones in the cases are not, if they're not individually listed on the website, they're not for sale. Or they're gone, is what I'm saying. If they're on the website, they're available. I got you, boo. You want some sauce on it, too? Here you go. I don't know which one's the camera. Here comes the airplane. The boomers are stuck on COVID prices. Well, Armhole, you need to go to Google because you're trying to Google your own symptoms there. Don't worry about it. When you go out in public and everybody doesn't like talking to you, looking at you, walking near you, or being in your presence, that's your tism. Either that or you're a dick. Yeah, I honestly, I didn't have a good time at the show. If you're talking about the 3D printed one, it's not a real gun, so... Said you can ask you to order a certain firearm. Would I pay you first before I get it or after it comes in and I pick it up? Just be curious. So typically when you buy a gun from any location, if you need to custom order or special order a gun, you're required to put anywhere from 25 to the whole thing down. So typically I require 50% down, 50% when you pick it up. Just in case you decide to not show up and get your gun or you try to say something's wrong with it, I'm not losing all my money. Do I like slimline Glocks or regular ones more? Neither. I hate them both. I heard they gun shows in California have beef jerky and BS. Ha! Everything was better in the before times. Agreed. What's the best barrel length for revolvers? I think 4 is probably a really usable length. 6 is getting to the end of usability. 8 is just showing off. Sorry, Joe, I had a great time at the show. No, but hey, we both found something, so that was impressive. I'd be sick if that gun was real, wouldn't it? I use a 1911 for daily carry, Miles. Okay, I'm cool with that. Thanks for explaining it to me. No problem. Yeah, like I said, the main reason is, and it kind of goes back to one guy ruins it for everybody. In every store I've ever worked at, we've had somebody come in and go, "Oh, I promise I'll get it," and then we'll order a gun for them, and then they'll bail, and we're stuck with like a $1,200 gun. So if I'm going to order a gun for somebody, I like to have at least half down. That way, if they screw me over, I get to make money. Are those real? Yep, you betcha. I'm eating fries. I'm trying to grow them a little bit. How much are your FFL transfers if somebody buys a piece off the internet and sends it to your store? $30. Can I shoot the gun? Yeah, you damn right I can. Go to my website. Check it out. Go to my main page. 6 to 8 is competition length for wheel guns. 929 JM Pro is a good example. That makes sense. Ew, yellow Gatorade. Would a 3-inch 357 be good for CCW? Absolutely. As long as you train with it, shoot it, and practice. Why is the magwell hollow on the gray pistol hollow? You talking about on my wall? That's because that gun is going out for work. It's fully disassembled. It's just a shell. Fries look good. Where's the Chick-fil-A sauce? What is one of the best handguns for carry? The one you train with, brother. Stone, all right, I'm headed to bed. Kids got school tomorrow. You know, if you just let your kids be dumb, you can hang out with me longer. Just saying. Ever considering dropping merch for the channel? I did that once. I had these t-shirts for a while. It got really hectic because people pre-ordered and then a bunch of people ordered and then it didn't go well. So next time I do it, I'm going to get the shirts made first. Can't shoot guns on streams. And I'm in my house. Ooh, that was a crunchy one. Either that or it was a tooth. Either way, it tastes good with Chick-fil-A sauce. You ever make a mistake and grab the wrong bottle? That would be a little bit awkward. Although I think it's actually safe to eat. The way you ate that crunchy fry was pause. Dude, I made these fries. These fries are awesome. I'm the best chef in the world. Never heard of a desk pop? Yep. Why do you have so many guns? Because I own a gun store. Also, I own a lot of guns because it's fun. Is that a YouTube plaque? Yeah, can you even believe those idiots gave me a YouTube plaque? It ain't cheap buying 180,000 subscribers, I'll tell you that much. Saxon. Daniel, I'm eating some of that 8 pounds of fries that you got me. I told the people you bought them for me, and then I decided to cook them on live stream. It's also fun eating batteries, I know from experience. Your name would suggest that, battery. Thoughts of a comp on a 43 or 43X? Any compensator that actually directs gases upward is going to be beneficial. We need to get you a diamond YouTube plaque. You realize that's 10 million, right? Cause America, frick yeah. How much for you to do a desk pop? I would lose my channel, so $100 million. Put the fries down. Hell no, I'm American. No, just one plate worth, dude. Although if I wasn't going slow and doing a live stream, I probably could eat 8 pounds of fries. So when I was, that's gross, but not terrible, Chaos. When I was a kid, oil came in metal cans. Yes, I'm that old. So my dad had left a can of oil out, and I thought it was a Pepsi because it was a Valvoline can, and I tried to drink it. Congrats on the plaque. Thank you, sir. How do those guns look? I don't taste guns. Goals, Joe. Goals. Congrats on 180K, but I think you can reach 10 mil. Not unless I come up with a really funny way to piss off Glock owners again. That's why I got 180, man. I don't care if you call me slow, but what the hell is a desk pop? When you accidentally discharge into your desk. What's up, little man? How is everything? Oh, thank you, big bro. Everything's good. Please fry jalapenos. I don't have good stuff in my fridge. I told you. I told my buddy what to get me, and he got me a lot of it. How old are you? 45? Good one. Yeah, I actually am. Bro's loaded. I'm about to be loaded with freaking potato, bro. I'm gonna have so much starch in my thing, they're gonna have to call me a dress shirt. You don't eat guns, just drink oil. Yeah, you gotta have limits. What's up, dude? I hate that I can read shit like that. Reminds me that I was young when those things came out. You're just regurgitating it. It makes me sad. Edwin, what's up? B, it sounds kind of like this. I got an Norinco 213 in mint condition. Did I score? You didn't say how much you paid for it, so yes. Favorite gun, 1911s. Nice range video. Thank you. Did it all in one take. Cool PC. You bet it is. It's even water cooled. Look at that. Water. It's actually coolant. I just realized you're barely looking at it. There you go. Water. Yeah, that's my website in the background. Hello, Victor. Bro got the 1800s revolvers. Yep. Do you do any impressions? I can do some, but they tend to fall apart unless I practice. Oh, I thought yours would sound elite. I hope you're not lying. No, dude. Normally it's like, you know. So I usually keep my thumb in there, and they're pretty big. Can't touch guns. Don't worry about it. Are they real guns? Yep. Can I see the one with the blue handle? Nope. Can't pick up guns. Go back to 9 o'clock-ish, and I do a walkthrough of them all. VG61 question marks? I don't know. Nah, we used to do that. We used to do a pinned comment saying what my favorite guns were. Do they have Raising Canes in Virginia? I think there's one somewhere, but nowhere near me. Riff. Or Hannah mean family. Because in 2019, some guy domed himself on YouTube. So if you touch a gun on live on YouTube, it instantly ends the live stream. They have an AI algorithm that watches for anything that looks like a gun in a hand. People have had their channels taken down over Nerf guns. Bro, all of you with this said hi bullshit, I'm not talking to you. Even you, Mountain Man. Get a real phone. I don't talk to people that use Apple. Sorry, Daniel. Whoa. You didn't need to delete it, Zaxxon. Don't hide Mountain Man. He's been here for a long time. I was just giving him shit. A lot of the said highs have been kids, yep. You're unhidden. What's wrong with Apple? I just have a problem with the company. They hate you as a person, so why do you keep giving them your money? Mountain Man is not 12. I've spoken with Mountain Man. I've seen people with guns on live a few months ago. The AI isn't too accurate. You might have seen VODs of people doing like Twitch lives that get put on YouTube. But go for it. I'm being so for real. You got a grenade launcher? Yes, I do. I use Android is way better. There you go. You got wrecked today, though. Can I know why you don't like the company? Because they don't believe in customer service and customer appreciation. Way back when somebody asked Steve Jobs, or might have been one of his CEOs, why they won't put flash on the iPhone. This was back when they were still new. And their response literally turned me off Apple on the spot. They said they don't want you, the consumer, ruining their product, even though they were charging you for it. So as soon as they said that, they could go to hell. Also, their top of the line, like Mac Pro, that was like 40 grand, you could beat with the $5,000 computer that you can build from Micro Center. So they're overpriced. They have great marketing. That's all they got. All they have in their corner is they got great marketing. Because Apple does not build their own chips. They've been trying to do their own ARM stuff for a long time, but they use Texas Instruments or Intel. Literally, all they are is marketing. Website's looking good. I'm working on it. I got 9 more guns to put on there tomorrow. It fluctuates a lot, yeah. What size pistol would be best comped? Subcompact, comped, or full size? Any pistol will benefit from being comped, and I show that in the video where I put the Influencer X top on my 2311, and it jumps around like crazy. What's up on the wall? The Gersons? No, the Gersons, one is out getting stippled, and the other one is fully disassembled, waiting to go get recoded. You can type the word Glock. I'm eating fries. I think this is like a pound of fries. I made way too many. Oh, the new guns for the website. Yeah. So, SIG 229 double action Kellerman, a DAC, and 357 SIG is going to become available. My operator, I think, is actually on there. Got a couple of Glocks, a 22 and a 17, and like 4 or 5 Rough Riders. 4 Rough Riders, and FBI Glock 19, a bunch of stuff. You got 2 Deagles? Awesome. Playing devil's advocate, Apple has the college market cornered, and when college students buy a MacBook, they can justify going into debt with it because they see it as a need. Yeah, but the problem is, a MacBook is way more expensive than a comparable regular laptop, and it does the same thing. You own any nickel or gold-plated guns? I got the polished stainless Para Ordnance, but I really don't go after Gucci-style guns. Justin, have a great night, man. Boobs. 105 likes, brother. Oh, did I get more likes? I haven't refreshed my page in a while. Holy shit, look at that. People actually listen to me. So, but I get your Apple. So, the only thing Apple had going for it was their operating system was very reliable. They were kind of like Glock in that respect, but they were very locked down. But even now, they're too easy to mess with them. Regular laptops can sync to your phone just as well, Mountain Man. I can link my I can link my Android to my desktop right now. In fact, I go so far against Apple that I put Windows on all my Apple devices. Does anyone ask what your favorite finish on guns is? I like just a good blued or a black finish, but I don't mind stainless on 1911s, but just a good like DLC or PVD. That was a mistake. Miles is trying to ask you if you've seen the trend where people aim their guns at their dicks. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. It's stupid. Why would you do that? Why is 454 Casull ammo so expensive? Because it's not a mainstream cartridge. The more of something you build, the cheaper it gets by volume, and there's not a lot of 454 Casull capable firearms out there. They're usually very expensive stainless steel revolvers. So, no worries. Do you believe that SIG misfires and are unsafe? I don't believe they're unsafe, but I do believe they have the ability to fire on their own. Here's an idea, though. Don't drop your frickin' gun. You believe that actually it's not because you saw it. No, my mods can see blocked comments. I have a 9mm pistol and I want to modify it. Go for it, Dion. I think that one Chinese Tokarev, I can swap out the barrel and run a 9mm when I want and switch it back to Tokarev. That'd be cool. Miles, I think you're kind of showing that you might be too young to be in this live stream, son. Listen to you. I just got home from work, was about to get ready to sleep, but saw you live. I guess I can stay up a bit. By the way, I want a Desert FDE colored pistol. I got you, bro. If you're ever back in the States for a while, I'll hook you up. Hook you up. Mrs. Mouse said my C96 rig looks like a wooden leg for a child. Dude, you gotta walk up to her. Please, miss, can I have some more? If you say something that's questionable, either Joe himself or us have the ability to either hide or it was the one that clicked hide by mistake. What's your favorite pistol? 1911s. Foxtrot, what is up? Make sure you guys hit like the live stream. Yeah, so here's the thing. I haven't really been touting it much tonight because you guys have helped me get over 180K and I'm just kind of relaxing a little bit. But the more you guys like a stream or a content creator, not even just me, but the more you interact, like, comment on creators, you help the algorithm for those creators. It doesn't cost you anything. You don't need to donate. You don't have to be like people that send money because, they can. If you can't send money, send love. I don't ask for money. I screw around and I say send me $10 because it's somebody saying something stupid. But I never have I ever kissed a. Anyways, I have kissed a man. But your interaction helps a channel grow organically, which is much better than these sub for sub giveaway channels. And no offense to channels that give shit away, that's fine. But if you have like 800 subs and you're trying to give away $1,000 items because you're trying to grow your channel, that's not going to work. I know there's some channels with like 8 to 10,000 that are doing giveaways. It's still too soon. I got 170,000 and I still didn't like giving shit away. You spam the goddamn chat, son. Why would I make you a moderator? You said any size pistol is good comp, but you didn't say what size is best comp. When I say any size, that's what I mean. Any comp will make a gun better. A lighter gun will benefit more from being comped, but a comp is just better in general. It's kind of a hard thing for me to justify. Then those YouTubers get free guns. I know what you typed, you bastard. Call me a YouTuber. Off script went away. Oh man, I was gonna make him a mod too. That's too bad. McManus coming in to say hi tonight. Dude, I'm eating fries with Chick-fil-A sauce. But thank you for your donation, brother. I was going to say dono and donation at the same time. Why do you have so many? Because I have a very small penis and I'm compensating. Your favorite so far is your Shield Plus. Shield Plus is a great gun. Do you think New York will ever remove having a permit to own a handgun? Not until major changes happen in government, dude. Sorry, it's very hard to reverse laws and ordinances that are put into place. So, it's been years, and it may be years still, buddy. Howdy, it's been a hot minute. What's up, Alejandro? It's true, we've seen pictures. You keep saying that. I've sent you pictures of my slit, not my penis. A lot of you are confused. Live with it. Coco, nice guns. Thank you. Coco. These fries are getting cold. They're starting to not be as good. But luckily, Chick-fil-A sauce makes anything better. Look like a large clit to us. Dude, you should lick the picture. You swapped out the recoil springs on the P1, new springs I got from Sarco. When I let one of the spring go, I saw it sparked and smelled burning. Jeez Louise, man. Yo, should I get a Glock 44? Yeah, if you like practicing clearing malfunctions. What do you mean? Just waiting for the comment. What do you mean? We'll get to it. What does that mean? You're dead because I think that the guns suck? I asked my Mrs. Mouth with my wooden leg and she said I need to stop. Do you think Rossi is an upper quality? No. Rossi is a budget entry builder, but they're fine. Nah, I've seen it. TX Competition SCR is way better than Glock 44. Glock 44 is literally a jam-o-matic. The Chinchilla is doing much better now. That's good to hear. Hate to have to turn it into a shoal. Hey, I just got my P365X macro. I want to know what your thoughts are on the RAM technical average trigger, if you have ever heard about it. No idea what that one is. I don't usually change the trigger in my guns. Well, that's a lie. I don't change them in my carry style guns. And I'm just not up on the 365 market. I apologize, my friend. By the way, the Taurus GX2 is a picky little gun. GX2. I used to watch even before I was Mountain Man. I used to be Bro Caleb. Bruh, Caleb. Okay. How long till the next civilian MCX becomes a norm like the AR? As soon as they drop the price from $4,000. I found MagTech ammo for cheap, but I read they got a lot of smack. Why is that? MagTech, I'm trying to remember who owns them now. But MagTech can have some quality control issues, but overall, I've had good luck with it. It's cheaper than a lot of them for a reason, though. Just keep that in mind. We did everything for him, so I'm happy he's getting better. I've been praying for him, too. Well, I'm happy he's getting better. Don't give him your freaking COVID, though. There is a Turkish MCX clone coming. I wonder how it will be. You know, I bag on Turkish guns sometimes. Like, the shotgun technology just isn't right because they just basically copy-pasted a Benelli M4. But a lot of their, a lot of their rifles have been solid, so I guess we'll find out. Feel like the luckiest man on earth. Mrs. Mouse cooked us dinner, and now she's doing the dishes. Oh, you think you're the luckiest man on earth. You're paying for it, man. Just you wait. When you're all better, you're paying for it. You found PPU ammo? Yeah, PPU ammo is really good. I like PPU. Conics are freaking legit. Yes, I agree, Sean. Yeah, for sure. I'm doing my best to stay away from him while I have COVID. Yep. She's setting you up, Mouse. Dude, I'm not even... No, actually, I've met his wife. She's a really nice lady. Although, I haven't seen them fight, so there could be a dark side to Mrs. Mouse. What's better for home defense, pump or semi-auto? I run a semi-auto, but honestly, pump are just as good. Practice is going to determine what you can do with it, man. Obviously, getting a semi-auto into action is a lot easier, especially after the first shot, because honestly, if you don't have a shell in the chamber, what the hell are you doing using it for personal protection? Is it true that G3 pistols only shoot promptly using MagTech? I personally haven't heard that. I've run a ton of stuff through my G3s. Yeah, she is, man. She was a princess for us. We for those of you that don't know, I hung out with Drunk earlier this month, last month, whatever. And we went to an indoor gun range that we accidentally found because I took a wrong turn. Wow, my words aren't working. So we took a wrong turn and found an indoor indoor gun range. And his wife, soul of an angel, sits there for an hour while me and him are sitting there like idiots shooting fun guns. He's probably going to want to drive him to Vegas, check top speed and braking on the car. I don't say my age online. I check it my day. I have friends that get bitten in the ass for it. Just a personal thing. I know he's not a child. That's all I can tell you for sure, Zaxxon, because it's not mine to say. If you run across one, let me know. I only saw one at auction, but people with very deep pockets won it for almost 3 times its value. Send me an email, Adam, at thejiminishow@gmail.com. And I will keep my eyes open. I like the Gerson 2311. Yeah, I do too. My G3C eats everything I stuff into it. Nice. 1949 Balisong 16-valve 4-cylinder off-road truck. Look at his vids, but no worries, your choice. Yep. Do you make your own ammo? No, I don't want to get addicted to it. I'm afraid that if I start reloading, that I'm going to do it all the time, and I can't afford to have another addiction. I've got my gun store, I've got YouTube, I've got my computers, I've got video games, I got masturbating. I've got a lot of hobbies right now, man, and I just can't afford to get addicted to something else. What's your opinion on a revolver? They're fine. Also, you used the stupid thing, so I'm not answering your questions anymore. Anybody? What? I never monetized that one. Sorry, I just got a message from YouTube telling me they just age restricted one of my videos. Yeah, they did. What did I do in that video? Is it because I showed the back of my neck? Whatever. It wasn't monetized anyways. I don't give a shit. I mentioned about the G3 because most people I met use their G3s ones well with MadTech. Ammo keep reloads and arm core keep jamming. Sorry, dude. Whatever. I really wish they sold the Mexican military rifle with the Queen's Codal Semptant on the side. What? The gun behind you is your favorite. My 1911s. What's your opinion on Demo Ranch? I liked him when he was younger because I was younger at the time too. I enjoyed his actual one person, one camera kind of content. I kind of got over it the minute he got Roman, what's his name, on there with him. Good handgun around 600. Smith & Wesson M&P series, Walther PDP, CGP 10 series, any Canic. All those are good. Can you get the pink pistol? Nope, can't pick up guns. Sorry, Peyton. G3 should basically run anything, being a throwback design with a locking system. Yeah, they're basically double strike capable Glocks, man. They should eat anything you put in them because they're just as loose. Chanson, what's up, man? Yeah, Demo Ranch thing, same theory. Yep. Is there any functional benefit to having a shotgun being able to slam fire? Heat of the moment thing? You might forget to let off the trigger? I don't know. I don't think so. How good are Turkish guns, preferably pistols? So they've come a long way. When they first started making their guns, they were kind of like Hondas back in the 70s. People didn't like them. They thought they were crap and stuff, and then they've steadily improved. Within 50 years, they might be considered mainstream. Why so many kids this last week? I don't know, dude. Like I said, I'm trying to figure out why they age restricted a video I did on freaking a week ago. Some Turkish pistols are good, some are bad, any of them in particular. I'm really not messing with anything SDS at this point. I'm done shitting on them and calling them names. I'm at this point now where I've asked them multiple times to send me one of their guns so I can see if no, because they age restricted one from a week ago. But I asked them multiple times to send me a firearm to prove that maybe I was wrong with my initial response to their gun. They won't work with me at all. I paid $1,000 for their stupid Night Stalker, and it was terrible. You think this PSA dagger is better than the Glock? They're about the same, honestly, Guile. They're a clone of a Glock, so if they're done right, they should be as good. I like that they're cheaper and they do have optics-ready options at a much lower price, but I wouldn't say they're better. They just have better options. I like your STI Grandmaster vid. Thank you. Which video is it? It was the I'm a pain in my own neck live stream. We had like 15,000 views. For some reason, they age restricted it, so somebody said something. Would you own guns used in wars against us? Guns don't participate in wars by themselves, son. So, sorry. Yeah, I would own any gun. You've been shitting on them for months. Yeah, but like I said, I'm done with it. Also, I'm going down to the NRA show at the end of the month, so I may run into them. So I'm trying to be a little bit more polite so that they don't try to attack me or something. All I need is a bunch of senior citizens with NRA memberships pulling their guns on me. You think it's reasonable to store your home defense shotgun with rounds in the mag tube? 100%. If it's your home defense gun, it needs to be ready to go. If you're not, if you have an empty gun, that's you just Why? Still waiting on ads to get me a high power. SDS get me a high power and waiting. Yeah, well, you know what, Jared, send him an email, Jared at SDS.com or whatever their thing is. You know, and he'll come up with some excuse. Sorry. I was dealing directly with the U.S. The president of U.S. Domestic for like 3 weeks. And then he hands me off to this Jared guy, and this Jared guy doesn't know what he's doing. He's actually very bad for their company. AK-74 primer strikes are good, but gun doesn't go boom. Then they're not good, or your ammo is terrible. Think the dagger looks better. That's true. What canic would you recommend for concealed carry? There's lots of models to choose from. If you're looking for something small, go with the MC9, either the LS or the Prime. If you're looking for something mid-size, go with the SC Elite. That's a good choice. It's about Glock 26 size. Or if you're a Chad, freaking carry a TP9 SFX or a Meta SFX. Would I use it? Would I own a gun that was used to unalive some guy? Probably, if I didn't know. Sent him an email months ago. He just needed an FFL. My packet was ready to go, and then nothing for a couple weeks. Probably going to call him this week. He's going to probably tell you that because of NRA show, he'll get to it when he gets back or whatever. He's not the right guy for their. He's not the right guy to be their social media manager. Sorry. I wouldn't have him work for me. Seems like all the gun tubers got a Mac 9 comp recently, like a bunch of them, because I've seen 5 to 6 videos drop on the same model. Oh, yeah. Military Armament, he sent me the email because, again, he was so out of touch with the initial point of my email that he sent me an email asking me what guns I wanted for the upcoming year. So I responded with the Mac 5 and the Mac 9. I said, send me them all. And then he's like, well, you don't do enough range trips. That was our last thing. And then he offered to sell me one in industry pricing, and I haven't heard back from him. So I don't know what's going on. Tula ammo bad? Tula ammo banned. It's Russian. We can't get it here. Favorite cut of meat? Honestly, probably a good T-bone. I'll carry you like a 45. Hold on a second. I got a boogie in my nose. I'm going to make a hanky dance. Let's see. Yes, the Mac 9 has a manual safety. You'd be surprised how big a pistol you can carry. I conceal carry a 5-inch 1911. A lot. Told Mrs. Mouse what you said, and she said she's glad we had fun. Awesome. What calibers would you use if you were exploring the world? I don't know that I would decide a caliber based on whatever's currently available. You believe the Second Amendment should be our concealed carry permit? I believe we shouldn't have to have a paper, yeah. But I highly recommend that if you are in a state that has constitutional carry and you're not familiar with firearms, I recommend that you take a class anyway. Even if it's not a CCW class and it's just a self-defense class. But yeah, there should be no restrictions on what we can carry and where. Best way to find a good FFL. If you're talking about local to you, I don't have that answer. But, I mean, look at Google reviews and Yelp, man. They are, even though they can be messed with, you'll read through comments and you'll find something. Got the same email. I need people to review the high power. I said, sure, I haven't really shot one before. And then while waiting. Yep. So, yeah, I wish I had an answer for you, brother. I think we should all just kind of send it up the chain because that's what I had to do with Rock Island, and I literally had a great conversation with Rock Island when we had a problem. Rock Island Ultra 9mm 22 combo for $400. Absolutely. Where is that? Is that a used one near you, or is that an online purchase or somebody? You conceal carry a full-size 1911 too. Nice. Troy, what's up? Jackson is a mechanic. What calibers are most available worldwide? I don't know, honestly. What's your favorite brand of 1911? Nighthawk Customs, but I also really respect Springfield. Fusion Firearms makes really good selection. Fusion Firearms, if you guys don't know this, Fusion Firearms was actually started by the former president of Dan Wesson. So that's good pedigree for a company. Think it's funny the ATF is basically giving up on tobacco and alcohol. We only hear stuff about guns now. When's the last time tobacco was in the headlines? Back when we put cigarettes cause cancer on them. Love the way you came in with that, drunk mouse. Lol. My FFL is an old boomer who used to conceal carry before it was legal. 25 per FFL transfer. That's not bad. I haven't shot the 400 Legend, but I heard good things about it. Like at 100 yards, it's as powerful as a 12 gauge slug. That's pretty powerful. They had it a few days ago. You ordered it. Well, shit. Give me a second here, kid. Damn it, I got outbid. I have no clue. I'm not a dealer or a car seller. I just wonder what a good price is on a 1986 Ford Square Body. I want one really bad. If it's running and driving condition, be prepared to pay a bit, but don't go COVID prices. Honestly, an 86 squared body, if it's got a 5.0, it probably is not worth much more than like 6 or 7 grand, unless it's flawless. Sorry. He said he saw something, and now I got to see it. I made my sister read 90% of Florida firearm laws before I bought her first gun, and we go to the range every week or so. That's an awesome way to do it. Jansen, what's up? You taking off? I'm fine with not working. I want a project truck, just doing my free time. Gotcha. Then you should be able to find one relatively cheap. Damn it, they're all gone. Oh well. That was my first gun, actually, was the TAC Ultra 922. Oh, he stopped by and hit the like button. Deccan, thank you, dude. Nobody likes that front end on the 86s. Next generation, super popular. They could be cheaper. Watch for a rot. Yep. What do you think should be the ideal reasonable price per round for any ammo? Ideally under 25 cents. Make sure you like the live streams. Yep. I envy America. Don't envy it, man. Just make it a goal. Immigrate. You should do a time field trip of a weapon. Show these idiots who stacks cups a real skill. I wish I could without it getting in trouble. I'm more interested in Italian food just because I grew up eating a lot of Italian food. We'll get another 86 IROC Z with T-tops. Kick myself in the ass every day. Had a supercharged 383 stroker. Nice. Yeah, I've had 8, 9 F-bodies. I'm back. Oh, you're not leaving? Gotcha. Would you get a TLR light with a green or red laser? It doesn't matter to me what the color laser is because I usually wouldn't use it. Y'all have a great night. I didn't need to be up at 6. All right, it's 11 o'clock, guys. I need to finish these cold-ass fries now. Did I try the 22T? So you keep calling it TXM. The TCM is very good, and it's a fireball when you shoot it. But yeah, hit the like button as you go out. Let me know what you guys think. I'm going to be doing a range video every week on Friday. I did it on Tuesday because I was running late. I was just saying that, Dan, because there is a TXM that shoots 22 Magnum. Lasers confuse the hell out of me unless it's nods. Gotcha. But yeah, leave a like, a question, all that stuff. Come back for the next one. Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays from 8 p.m. Eastern until whenever. Whatever happened with your issue? Oh, actually, Guile, we solved it, dude. We're good. The vice president of customer relations actually reached out to me personally, and we had a nice long talk. And he's the one that invited me to the NRA show. So yeah, so that'll be cool. Anyways, take a look at the guns as I hit the X button. Come back for the next video. Know that I love you guys. You guys are my favorite people that are in the room right now that are chatting and talking to me. Okay, you guys have a good one.